Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Dev's Latest Issue podcast. I'm your host, Mr. Vegas, and I'm joined as always by my wonderful co-host, Mr. Fatman T.
And you see Mr. Vegas is elegantly gliding across the ice. He's going to a triple spin followed by a PA. And he's
he's hit a landmine.
I can't skate for shit. I can't ice skate. I can't roller skate. I can't even fucking skateboard. Like, I can't skate for shit. I don't know what half of the words you just said, man. I'll be honest with you, mate.
They're about figure skating.
I don't know what a fucking triple pirouette flippy dippy doodah is. That's not a swanton bomb. That's the only flippy sport I understand is pro wrestling.
Have you ever seen figure skating before?
That's the one where they do like the interpretive dance shit at the Olympics, isn't it?
Yes.
Like on the ice. Yeah. I got an idea.
Right, you see where they jump up and they do the spin and land back up and skate away.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
That's a triple pirouette.
Ah.
You're a triple Perez.
Pirouette Perez.
Oh yeah. Also, Echo's here. He's over there. The blue one. There you go.
He's scheduled to be neutered next week.
Yippee!
Wait, what?
Good, because that should not reproduce.
Oh, fuck you!
Like you'd make a good parent.
I would be the worst parent.
Bitch, you can barely look after yourself. Never mind a kid.
I can look after myself. Just
what did you have to eat today? Your Honor, I rest my case. Your Honor, the prosecution rests their case. This should not have parental rights over a goldfish, never mind a person.
Again, it could be worse.
Echo, I would genuinely trust Adolf Hitler and Jimmy Savile to tag team babysitting my kids than I would you. My kids are more likely to survive that fucking tag team.
Oh, come on. I'm not that bad.
Say what you will about Jimmy Savile. At least Adolf Hitler remembered to feed kids.
Oh, right. Just a simple question, right? Let's try this.
All right.
Right. How do you pay your taxes?
Hold on, give me a sec.
You're trying to fucking Google it, aren't you? You're trying to Google how to pay taxes, aren't you?
No, I'm trying to. I don't know.
Okay, that's strike one. How do you set up, paying for utilities or rent?
Right, that's strike two. Echo here, fucking third and final question here, Buckaroo. How do you make soup?
You put a bunch of stuff in a bowl and you call it soup.
You're never babysitting my kids. Ever. Echo, you, me, and my kids could literally be the last people on Earth. I'm trusting a mutated polar bear to look after my kids before I'm trusting you. And I don't trust you in the same postal code as my children at this point.
Basically, Echo, you failed at basic adulting already.
Motherfucker, I would have taken, you open the can. I would have taken that as an option, because you're not technically fucking wrong. But your ass went all the way with, you get some shit and you put it in a bowl and you call it a soup. That's not so far from correct. That's a fucking salad, you asshole.
No, he's going to try to use the excuse that cereal is technically a soup.
No, a cereal's not a soup.
Technically, cereal is milk soup.
I don't like that.
He's out Googling trying to figure out how to do rent.
No, I'm messaging somebody.
You know, I suddenly feel
You're, me-
sorry for his
you're
girlfriend.
messaging Starla to ask her these questions now, aren't you?
No, no, I'm responding to somebody in a fucking another server about a meme I posted. I'm getting yelled at for it.
Was it pornography again?
No,
Was it racist?
no.
Was it
Sexist.
racist pornography?
No.
Was it Hitler getting shafted by a furry?
No.
Was it a Charlie Kirk deserved it meme?
No.
Is it a server I'm in?
No.
Okay, I don't have to give a flying fuck about what it is and where you put it then.
It's probably My Little Pony porn.
Probably.
No. Fuck off.
Echo, you cannot deny you bought that shit.
This Twilight Sparkle fucking insert her fucking corkscrew fucking man cock into the rear end of the duck.
What?
Sensually, the duck whispers into Twilight Sparkle's ear. Quack, quack. And so it was on the arousal as it fluttered her Fluttershy loins.
Now, the problem with that statement is that I don't know if that's you being bullshit up or that's a genuine fanfic just reading off the website.
Yeah, I don't know. Like,
The worst part is, it's my joke and I don't fucking know if I'm making shit up or if I'm just having a traumatic response to an old memory. Like, for all I know, that was just a PTSD episode. Like, I don't fucking know at this point. I've been on the internet for too many years to know the difference.
If you don't understand what we're saying about that one, find a random fanfic site and just scroll through a few of the fanfics on there and you get what I'm on about.
Yeah, there's so much more.
yeah.
Like, as someone who self-published a book on a fanfiction website, the amount of fucking pornography I had to compete against was sucking. It was yucking painful. The amount of goddamn pornography I had to compete with.
Self-insert of person bumming their favorite character.
Yeah. Like you know what I argue is like the creepiest fucking fan fiction out of all of them. The genre that creeps me out the most.
Alpha Girls?
What?
No. There's one genre that creeps me out even more, right? It's
What?
like it's the self-insert celebrity fanfics.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They're
Those-
hyper detailed.
They creep me out so much. Like, I do not fucking like those.
They're like the My Little Pony ones. You're going to say, well, it's not real. They're not going to actually go out there and shag a horse.
Yeah, like it's not a real like person. Like, it's fine, and that's just like. And then Andy Viasak thrust his 8-inch schlong into my arsehole and whispered. It's like, this is a real fucking human being. Why are you writing this smut about him? Like,
What's
Jesus Christ, the levels of this feels like rape cannot be explained.
That was alright. The detail in some of them, not like they get his house down to the fucking curtains. What's in his house?
Yeah.
I think there was one guy. I can't remember his name, but when he came out and he was like saying,
Actually, Scotty,
This bitch
I
died.
actually don't think I've ever heard of any of these. That you're like the self-insert celebrity ones.
Yeah,
I'm
don't go
scared.
looking for them.
I'm
They're not fun.
scared. I'm
Hang on.
scared
You know
now.
the point, right? Right. Again, this bitch, right, this woman who wrote it, identified exactly what was in his fucking fridge.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. There's this thing. This happened a few times because there's a fan fiction author that I'm vaguely aware of because of my ex, right? She was into like a lot of like fucking celebrity fanfics. And it's like she had a reputation / habit, this fan fiction writer, of correctly guessing what shit was in celebrities' fridges based on their personality and decorations around their houses, like that they'd seen in the background of interviews.
I don't like that.
Like she had allegedly this author had like an algorithm set up like on a spreadsheet where it was like if celebrity has fucking like decoration X on like specific location shelf number 4 like fucking directional side right, then item in fridge equals cucumbers. And it's like, what the fuck?
What?
Like she'd done some wild ass fucking Harvard math and been like, yeah, if you put an Oscar on fucking the second shelf from the bottom on the right hand side in your conservatory, this means you've got an 8 out of 10 chance of having 2.5 cucumbers in your fridge. And it's like, what kind of psychopath does this math?
My worst one, I think, was one I was saw. It was a gay guy who wrote one about another guy in the 70s. And
Yeah.
he actually put down the fact that he was married because it was never released to the public. The
Yep.
name of
Oh.
his 2 twin daughters, which were born.
Yep.
That were not released to the news at all. Right? Location of his house, all the furniture in the house, and even correctly guessed passwords to his computer and bank account details.
Oh,
Yep.
I don't. I don't think that's guessing. If that insider.
That's called stalking.
Yeah, I was about to say.
And the problem is, a lot of the IRL itself inserts do have a very stalkery vibes. Because they have a habit of sending those fucking fanfics to the bastards.
Why?
Yeah. Flirting, Echo. They're trying to fucking positive affirmation their way into getting bummed up the ass by Andy Veersack.
Is that how you're supposed to flirt?
Apparently,
I mean,
from
if
your
you ask
generation.
some fucking mentally ill people, yeah.
So am I supposed to put sneak a camera into Starla's house and tell her what she has in the fridge? Is that
No, what you do, Echo, right, is you have to write a fan fiction about you and Starla like fucking each other in the ass. You know, and then you send that to Starla, you know, and then you beg the universe for it to come true, and you might positive affirmation your way into Starla pegging you tonight.
You guys got to go through the section where you, through the middle section, you walk to the fridge, pull something out, and then shove that with your ass. There's a lot of that in those fanfics as well. For some godly reason.
Truly, it's a vital step. You have to go to like fucking Kurt Angle's fridge and pull out a pumpkin and ram it all the way up your ass the horizontal way.
the horizontal way?
People think we've been hyperbolic with this. I have seen enough of them that the idea of during the middle of your shagging session with your fanfic person, you somehow, while in the middle of having sex, walk to the fridge, grab a random food item out that fridge, and insert either their ass or their celebrity's ass.
This
One of the two.
thing is that the one night I said there, like halfway through fucking Kurt Angle, you pull out a pumpkin and shove it up your ass horizontally. Yeah, that's what I genuinely read once. And that one
Why
wasn't
did you
made
read
fun
it?
of. That's a genuine thing I read.
Why did you read that?
We hate ourselves.
Morbid curiosity for the most part. I saw a fanfic with a photograph of Kurt Angle on the front cover, and it was labeled smut, and I went, I'm intrigued. Where's that going? It turns out it was going at rapid pace towards having a pumpkin shoved up someone's ass horizontally. For, and I quote, maximum stretch potential.
Yeah, maximum stretch potential.
That was the exact wording in the fanfic for the logical reason behind shoving a pumpkin up one's arse horizontally versus vertically.
No, my worst one, right? It was one that popped up. Was this woman was going after us? What's his name again? Castaway.
Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks. Particularly Tom Hanks. Who was in Philadelphia, where he had AIDS.
Yeah.
But he had,
Mixed with
hold on,
Forrest Gump.
Philadelphia, but he had AIDS. What?
No, Philadelphia is where he played. Tom Hanks plays a lawyer who has AIDS.
Yeah. The film
Okay.
Philadelphia.
Oh,
Right? Particularly the AIDS area where he's showing he has AIDS. Crossed with Forrest Gump.
Yep.
Right? Then, for some random moment, do you remember Dora the Explorer?
Yep.
The
yeah.
fucking monkey from Dora the Explorer.
What?
Boots.
No,
Boots
no,
the
not
monkey.
Boots. Don't
Yep.
fuck Boots the monkey.
As
Oh,
a
you
plushy-
think that's bad?
As a plushy fleshlight, I'm finished. As a plushy fleshlight, which the woman then inserts up her own rectum, so then Tom Hanks could then have sex with that.
What?
Hey, Echo, do you want me to ruin your childhood?
No.
I once read a fanfic where Dora the Explorer, Boots, the Map, and Swiper had a 4-way gangbang.
What?
That is
What?
a genuine fanfiction that is out there. And I am sad to say that I haven't read it.
No,
Why did you
Oh,
read it?
and I skipped my favorite detail of it. The entire time, Diego is in the corner stroking his meat.
because you missed that detail.
The
Why?
I
only
remember
saving
seeing that
grace
one as
of this
well.
fan fiction is that it's set in the distant future where all the characters are aged up to 27. That is the only saving grace of that fan fiction. Oh, did I also mention that it happens to take place during a post-apocalypse as well, by the way?
I remember that one.
Because-
I remember that one. I
Let's
remember that
make
one you're on about
halfway
there.
through it, no, halfway through this fan fiction, I fuck you not, a girl from Fallout walks in and gets involved too. Because it's also a fucking Fallout fanfic.
Yeah, people get a lot thrown in the fanfics these days.
Listen, I listen. Y'all cannot make fun of me for the shit I read because it's nowhere near as bad as whatever the fuck Scotty just described to me.
And this is the thing. This isn't like things I read normally. This is shit I stumble across once in a blue moon and go, "What in the Jesus fuck is this?"
Yeah, but you still read
And out
it.
of morbid curiosity, look, motherfucker, you can't bring me something as fucking wild as post-apocalypse Dora the Explorer X Fallout smut and expect me not to read that out of pure curiosity of
Yes.
what the fuck.
No, I can't. I can go better for you.
See,
I go better.
I will judge you for that because when I stumble upon that shit, I just leave it alone.
I like it.
What the?
I'm like, what in the fuck is that? Where's that gonna go? How's
no.
that getting set up? I'm
I-
intrigued.
I have a better way. I've got a better one. Right? Set the scene. It is the 24th century. You have Picard,
Oh god. Oh god.
What?
My Little Pony, Teenage Mutant
I'm
Hero
sad.
Turtles,
I'm sad now.
What? No,
And
don't
just to cover up-
don't do it.
Mrs. Piggy from the Muppets. In a
What?
four-way.
No,
In particular, the
What?
female turtle. For the Teenage
there's
Mutant
no
Turtles.
female turtle. Wait,
Yes,
what?
There is
yes.
now.
What was there? There's no there.
Yes, there's
There's
a
not a
female
turtle
Teenage
with
Mutant
a-
Hero Turtle. It turns up in this
What?
the Nickelodeon live action thing they did.
Yeah. A lot of people forget. A lot of people forget about this. I mean, typically, I don't remember the fucking female turtle's name, but like there is one in the canon. I just don't remember
Yeah.
her fucking name. I want to say Susan.
Right? Now, this all takes
Susan.
place on board the Enterprise bridge, by the way.
What?
As
Oh,
the Enterprise time travels, right, to a Fallout-esque universe where they meet Doctor Who.
what? I don't want to be here anymore. You
This
know.
week,
I don't-
That's some weird smut on the internet. Like,
yeah. The problem is, right,
and this is the thing, though, family, right? It's a genuine question, right? What was cringier to read, the fanfic you just explained, or my book?
oh, the fanfic that was described. Your book described.
Yeah, like exactly. You're not allowed to bully my writing anymore. At least I'm better than that shit.
Flute.
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 You know what I'm about with flute?
Right, like, what are we talking about flutes for? Like, what?
Yeah, why are
The
we
end of
talking
your
about
novel
flute?
when you misspelled flute 5 times in 4 separate paragraphs.
I don't remember writing the word flute.
Yes, you did.
Context. It's been like fucking 4 years since I
Your
read that
characters
shit.
get out
Fucking
of
context.
get away, and they're walking down for some reason and start playing the flute, which you then described in 4 separate paragraphs as at the end scene, and spelled it wrong all time every time.
What
I
was
in
your-
no
what
way
was your-
remember a flute being involved. Are you sure you didn't misread a different word as flute?
No, it
Because
was
I have
flute.
no memory of a flute being involved.
It was a flute.
I'm pulling this up now because I don't fucking believe you.
What the fuck was your fic about, Scotty?
Mine's isn't a fanfic.
What?
It was the Grim Dark Future type.
Ah.
How the fuck do I spell the fucking? That's that. I couldn't fucking remember what fucking website I posted my own book on for a minute there. That's fucking painful.
Because remember, I called you and roasted you for an hour over it.
I have no memory of a flute being involved, but I'm going to find out.
Yes, because you forgot then as well. The flute was involved. I thought I'd remind you about it.
I don't believe you, like, at all. Like, in the fucking slightest. I would remember a flute being involved in my fucking book. It's being a penis because I'm trying to log in with Google instead of Facebook because this was set up when I was 16. Yes, continue as the correct account this time. Thank you. Right, fucking my profile. Right, it's not that one. It's that one. Fucking that button. That button. Chapter 12. Control F. Flute. Flip. Nope, the word flute is nowhere in this chapter.
Misspelt.
Yeah, it can't be so misspelled that the letter fucking F isn't in the word.
Well, through that, I've roast you about it.
I'm looking, and I am not seeing the word flute.
Send me a link.
Fucking, hang on. Control C, Alt Tab, right click, you. Right, there's a direct link to the last chapter because that's where you said it was. Cliff. So we're Cliff again. Left. Yeah, there is no mention of the word flute anywhere in this chapter. Spelled correctly or otherwise.
If that meant he's just stupid.
I mean, he is dyslexic. But there is also a chance it's just in a different chapter.
Maybe a different chapter, but definitely. I sent you the passage. Remember, I'm talking about 2 years ago when I did it.
Annoyingly, I'm now going to go fucking chapter by chapter looking for fucking any word that starts with F.
It's gonna bug Scotty for the rest of the day now.
Wait, I'm intrigued as to what the fuck. Because I know there's nothing in here about fucking flutes, so I'm trying to figure out what fucking word has been confused for flute. Did I misspell the word outfit? No, I didn't. I'm just fucking blind. Sorry, people at home. I know this is fucking truly riveting content, but I'm fucking. This will drive me fucking insane if I don't find out. Oh well, I've misspelled uneventful. I'll give credit to that one. I've horribly misspelled uneventful. I'm gonna have to go fucking go fix that later.
How did you manage to misspell that?
I put an A where it just didn't fucking belong. I've rather hilariously, I have twice in a row misspelt the word fucking. I have misspelt it the exact same way because I've not typed fucking. No, what I've typed is fucking. I've thrown a W into the word fucking for some reason twice in a row. Fucking. Because I must have been really fucking tired when I wrote that fucking sentence. The only place I can think of where this might have occurred is like chapter 6 and 7. Because they're kind of downtime chapters.
I think it's when you first met the old guy and you sit there playing the flute or something. And you walked into the flesh-covered alternate world.
Oh, do you have any idea how little that narrows that the fuck down, my guy? It wasn't in 7. Ooh, what the fuck? Hang on, wait a minute. What the fuck? Oh, fuck! Right, no, killer, I found it. You're right. There is a flute. Here we go. Fucking, yeah, spelled correctly. That's fine. Yeah, I've misspelled flute twice in one paragraph. You are correct.
What was the context?
But the second one is bloody close.
Was your guy
And you're
playing
right, it's
your guy
yeah,
playing
it's the introduction. It's the introduction to the character Chuck. You're right. There is a double misspelling of flute in that one paragraph. But said context makes a lot more fucking sense than the context your ass was giving me of. And then they were walking down the road playing the flute as they left. It's fucking like you were describing some fucking Tom Bombadil shit.
To be fair, it was 2 years ago when we had this conversation over this word flute.
Oh, and what happened to you supposedly having a fucking eidetic memory, Captain Know-It-All? Fucking checkmate, bitch.
Eidetic memory, not perfect memory, idiot.
Fucking you and your doctor can take your fucking paracetamol prescription and fuck right off with that.
I would, but I'm out of paracetamol, so I haven't bought any new ones.
Well, fucking tough. Eidetic memory, my diddle.
Eidetic memory isn't perfect memory.
Fucking tell that to Hollywood scriptwriters then.
Yes, they always get it wrong. There's a difference between photographic memory and eidetic memory.
Not the point.
Anyway, now we've solved that.
It's now that the great flute mystery of 2025 has been solved. Loki, actually, let me fucking send a link to the book 2 Echo actually, because I know you like to read shit. So like, let me send you because you sent me your fucking book thing you were working on like fucking 2 years ago. So let me send you a link to mine. As soon as I remember how the fuck to get to the fucking page I want. Clicky, 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 Control C, Alt Tab, right click and motherfucker, left click that button, clicky, Control V, send. There you go. And if you look around hard enough, you'll get to see a photograph of me at the age of 19.
Oh God.
God was there that day.
In fact, no, I stand corrected. I was 17 in that photograph, actually. Yeah, I was still 17 because I was on my way to an award ceremony when I took that fucking selfie.
Hold on.
That is
did
one
you say
of
award
5
center? Hold on. Did you say award center or abortion center?
award ceremony.
Okay. Okay.
No, that is one of 5 entire selfies that exist of me in the world. There are 5 whole selfies.
I don't think I get any selfies of me, just like one random picture of like me with horns on my head.
No, there's a grand total of 5 selfies of me in this godforsaken world, and that's one of them.
Anyway, quickly skipping through the news, we'll get to our main opening segment. More on the British soldier who died in Ukraine. Putin's being a dick, as usual.
What's being a dick? Sorry, I was plugging my headphones in.
Putin's being a dick, as usual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trump screaming at Europe, saying they're undermining his peace process. Europe's telling him to go and shove a dildo up his ass.
Yeah, but none of the European leaders are going to do that because they do not have the balls.
Doctors on strike yet again.
Why are the doctors on strike?
They don't get paid enough.
Oh yeah.
I
You'd
haven't-
think they would pay. You'd think they would pay doctors more, more, but
Well, no, because the
Yeah,
accountant
you'd
needs
think
more
so.
money. Or the fraud, because the accountant needs more money, or the fraud department in a system where technically fraud shouldn't exist because it's fucking free. You know.
Well, it's free-ish. You still pay national insurance.
Yes, we still pay national insurance regardless, but still, the idea of fraud in the NHS that isn't done, that's done on the, because this fraud department's only for the patients, not the doctors being committing fraud.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to think how you commit fraud on a free service. But there you go.
Lie your ass off about what's wrong with you so you get good pills. Like, that's medical fraud.
Is that what you did? Is that what you've done before, Scotty?
I can neither confirm nor deny live on air whether or not I've lied to a doctor to get access to better medication than I was being offered. I can neither confirm nor deny.
Echo.
Yeah.
Did you realize that YouTube videos and live streams are admissible as court evidence?
Oh, right.
Yeah, like I can neither confirm nor deny if I have partaken in those particular activities. What I can say, however, is there was a period in my life where I did have a small pill problem. That is all I can confirm. Now, whether those pills were prescription or extracurricular, I cannot comment upon. However,
This more pictures of Epstein Island's been released. Has one with court order. What else we have? More Britain's underwater again.
yeah, floods.
Yeah, apparently again it's from the rampant gayness that's in the UK. That caused God trying to sink the island.
I mean, yeah, there's like between God's wrath, like making floods because of all the gays and the sheer number of immigrants like in the country, like causing excess weight on the land, causing it to sink a little bit. Like we're heading the right way to be at fucking Atlantis.
That's the same way the capacity keep making because it's happened again. Of one of those kind of press saying that too many gays that's causing all the floods. How come
Yeah.
Brighton's still
no.
water?
I'll say, like, if that was the case, Brighton would be fucking Atlantis 2 Electric Boogaloo by now, but fucking...
Yeah. Yes, I go out.
I mean,
we have crap that keep saying that shit every time we have floods.
I do also genuinely hate that the fucking, like, there's too many immigrants, which is causing the island to sink due to the weight, is also a genuine fucking conspiracy
What?
people in this country believe.
That was
What?
I don't know. MP said that.
Too many fucking
Yes.
brown people in the country and starting to sink.
Yeah.
Fat Manti, it's even worse than that. 6 entire members of parliament have come out and said that live on television.
What?
In my lifetime.
Yes.
What? You're shitting me, right? No, there's
I sincerely
No.
wish I was joking.
No.
When I
Oh,
say that
oh,
6
oh.
individual members of our government in my lifetime have said those exact words of the reason there's floods is because there's too many racial slurs in this country and it's causing it to sink into the ocean.
There's too many than.
I remember correctly, right? It was the MP from Kent said it once. The MP from
Mhm.
Dover. The MP of Oxford. That stupid twat that's in that Welsh village that no one cares about.
Stupid twat that's in that Welsh village. You know how little that narrows it down?
I mean, for me, it narrows it down a lot because I know exactly which dickhead he's on about. I just don't remember the guy's name.
And there was the MP for Yorkshire who said it.
Yorkshire.
Yeah, that guy was almost immediately fired. Also, Echo, please, for the love of God, do not make fun of literally half of my family. I will break your knees.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's been said more than once, and part of the immigration bill was set on the fact that the island could sink.
That is like Echo. Just real quick, if you're gonna make fun of the British, at least get the fucking accent right. Like you can't just do the fucking default London American interpretation of a London accent for every part of fucking England. Right? That would be like me trying to do a bit where I'm pretending to be from fucking Louisiana and doing a default fucking Colorado accent. Right?
Okay,
It would
fair
piss
enough.
off people from both fucking states.
It won't be for the Yorkshire people, Echo. All you do is one statement, right? People from Yorkshire have deep pockets and short arms.
You can do it with a single word if you're all right at doing impersonations, and it's the word bastard. Right? Just do your best Sean Bean and say bastard. Right? That's how you make fun of the Yorkshires. Because Sean Bean is from fucking Yorkshire, and he says bastard every 10 seconds in everything he's ever been in.
Yeah. Now, next quick bit of news is Keir Starmer's been raked to the cause for the digital ID shit.
Again,
and to hide behind it, he's now full-heartedly thrown his weight behind the assisted dying bill. So he wants to take part in it.
I mean,
by the sounds of it.
Look, controversial opinion. Well, potentially controversial opinion. I don't mind the assisted death bill. I think it's a good idea. Right? Like, maybe I'm an asshole, but you know what? Right? Like if I was dying of fucking tuberculosis or some shit, I would like the option to say, I'm good. I'm fine with calling it here, honestly. Like, I don't need to die like that. I'm fine if you just kind of pump me with an overdose of morphine and I just go out smiling. Like, I feel like people should be allowed to do that if they really want it. You know, like if they're gonna die in 6 months, like in horrible pain, they should be allowed to just kind of call it quits here.
My problem with the assisted dying bill, right? Or the euthanasia bill, as it's generally been classified as, is on context of ideas, it makes sense. I mean, we euthanize animals when they get too injured or too sick, type thing. Like that, right? Problem is with the bill as written and how a lot of these bills are written, is that it's so open to abuse by either medical professionals or relatives that I don't think you could write one that.
100%.
I don't think you could write a bill that would make assisted dying legal and not be abused to a horrendous extent.
I can do it in a single line.
How?
With patient consent. It can't be with the doctor's consent. Can't be a family member's consent. Direct consent from the patient and only the patient. Job done.
Yes, but again, that's the problem with that one. Is under the rules of power of attorney, what your power of attorney
give it exemption,
is, right?
No, you give assisted dying an exemption from power of attorney. Job done.
You know, it creates that kind of loophole nonsense.
No, because again, you just bypass it. You just put an extra line in, just saying just being like, yeah, no power of attorney. This bypasses power of attorney. If you have power of attorney, you don't get this decision. It's only the patient themselves. Job done. Like, it's not a hard loophole to close. It's 2 fucking lines of dialogue. It's not difficult. Like, you put those 2 stipulations in the bill, job done. Like, fucking.
At the moment, the House of Lords have put out an amendment proposal for it, so I'm waiting for that to be fully released so I can actually read it.
Yeah.
And see what they change, because I guarantee it won't be changed by much.
Yeah, probably not. It's the House of Lords. Like, they don't give a shit.
Probably, I think half Parliament's kind of currently against it, so it's the King currently against it at the moment.
Listen, see what like more like kind of like impactful bills like assisted suicide and like also like fucking, because I'm gonna call it what it is. I don't care. Fuck you, YouTube. But also like the cybersecurity bill, like the Online Safety Act and shit.
Yeah.
Like bills like that realistically do affect everyone and their day to day. You know, like that shit shouldn't be down to the politicians. Like they should be up to them to come up with the ideas, but whether or not it passes shouldn't be done the way we do it. Of like fucking, we'll get the politicians around and we'll have a discussion and we'll vote on it. No, the way they should fucking do it, that would make more fucking sense to me, would be the politicians have the idea. The politicians have their discussions and debates live on fucking television, right? And the fucking people get a vote on it.
Yeah.
Right? You put out a fucking, like, look, if we can arrange a general election every 6 fucking months, right, for the local elections, we can arrange a fucking, like, once a year fucking vote of, like, okay, here's like 4 laws we're gonna do that are pretty important. You know?
Yeah.
And then you go to your local polling station, you go, I agree with this, I agree with that, I don't agree with this, and I agree with that. Tick, tick, cross, cross.
No, there's
Pop it in the box and we'll count them up and we'll divvy it.
a simpler way, right? Right, everybody in the goddamn island has a smartphone at this point.
Yeah, digital
Yeah.
vote.
Right.
Fuck it.
You build an app for voting on, and like anytime somebody else comes around, you send a ping out to somebody, send a ping out to everybody. They open the app and they go yes, no.
Yeah, job done.
Yes, no, maybe so.
Like either way, like not how they want to do the vote. It should be the people's vote, not the fucking politicians. Like,
Yeah, I can get behind that.
you know, like I get the idea with the politicians is they're there to represent the everyday man, shit like that. But let's be fucking honest. 90% of issues, the average dude fucking disagrees with politicians on just about fucking everything, bar some important shit.
Yeah.
Like, let's be fair. There's
Well,
not a single politician you can say you 100% agree with.
No, because
Like,
we might have said politics was you find a candidate who has the most things you want, but it also has the negatives you can live with.
yes.
Essentially, so in case don't find a politician that does everything you want to do. You find the politician that the negative shit about them is stuff you can constantly live with. At the end of the day. Right? That's why Trump I think wins, is because the negatives of what he does is stuff people can live with.
Yeah, not anymore it ain't.
Not anymore, but generally it was. NATO chief issues chilling warning that urges Europe to prepare for a war like our grandparents endured.
Yeah.
Which grandparents?
Echo, literally, what do you mean by what? What part of that sentence did you not fucking comprehend?
I was taking a piss, so I didn't hear everything when I got back because I sat down towards the end of it.
The NATO chief issues chilling warning, urges Europe to prepare for a war like our grandparents endured.
Ah.
And my statement was, which grandparents? Because from my grandparents, we endured World War One, World War Two, Korea, Vietnam.
They're meaning World War II.
I know I'm guessing
They mean World War II.
Since
Like, that was the last European war, so they mean World War II.
Since the picture they used is from World War II ATT, long-range rifle. Self-propelled rifle. As the Germans called it. Yeah, that's that. Next is Zelensky's basically giving the peace votes to the people to vote on whether or not they want to give up the land to Russia, who's currently occupying it.
I mean, the correct answer is no, but it's up to them to decide now.
Probably not got feeling the Ukraine would say no. But Zelensky, because Trump's been saying that Zelensky's not recognizing, he's only doing this for himself to give power and not following the will of the average Ukrainian. Right, so he's playing a good move by doing this, saying, look, okay then, average Ukrainians, what do you want?
Like, it makes sense.
You know?
Yeah.
For the Australian ban of YouTube. 2016.
Yeah.
It's not just YouTube, it's all social media.
Jaden had a really interesting take on this. And it was that, and I think were you there for that, Scotty?
I was there for it, yes.
Do you think I can discuss that here, or do you think we can?
No, we should be fine.
All right. So Jaden, and I honestly can understand where he's coming from. Jaden thinks that like the suicide rate for younger kids, teenagers, you know, is going to go up by a lot because the Australian government has essentially just cut off like a whole bunch of teenagers who like they use, you know, Discord, Reddit, whatever the fuck to communicate with people and just kind of like whether it be just kind of venting into the void or just having somebody to talk to like when they're in a rut.
Echo, can I do it? Because you're
Yeah,
explaining it in
yeah.
a way that's going to make everyone go, I see why Australia banned it.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry.
Thank you. That was politely. That was genuinely the most painful thing I've ever heard you try to describe.
Fuck off.
That physically fucking pained me a little bit.
Well, I'll play devil's advocate
Right,
for
so-
this one.
Right. Basically, Jaden's point, right, was it's. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take some of Jaden's point. I'm also going to supplement it with like because there was an interview that I was watching with Jaden last night.
Oh yeah, that's
on like, the
oh,
Australian
yeah, that-
news, with, like some young folk that were affected by the ban. But basically, the point is basically the bill was basically introduced because if I remember it correctly here, I was sleep deprived. But remembered it rightly, the basically inciting incidents that caused the bill to be put in place in the first place was that I think it was 15 teenagers had committed suicide in a year.
No, not
If I
even that.
remember it correctly.
It was 11.
It was 11, right? There we go. So it was 11 teenagers committed suicide, which caused this bill to get put in place. And the point that, like, I think Jaden was halfway trying to make, and also like some teenagers on the news helped to make as well, was essentially for a lot of them, it's like social media platforms like Facebook, YouTube, Discord, etc. Like for a lot of them, it's their only way to communicate with their peers, with other young people. Because like it's a weird thing. Like I think a lot of people overlook today is like a SIM card, like what you and me have, Fat Man T,
Yeah.
where you get like telephone calls, texts, a phone number. They're not common with young people these days. A phone's very common, but like
Yeah.
a texting, calling SIM card isn't. Because the kind of trend like at the minute with a lot of teenagers, and it's been the case for a few years, is you just get the data only SIM cards.
Yes.
You get the SIM cards where it's like you don't pay for the text or the phone calls. It's just like gigabytes of data. It was like fucking £10
Yeah.
a month, and you get like fucking 80 gigs.
Actually, with you saying that, I can't like people don't really like at least like young people at least. Do they really text anymore? It's always like
Not really.
Not really.
Not
like,
really. Like there's
I think
there's
it's all,
very
like-
few teenagers I know that text.
yeah. Like I know my little brother doesn't text. He uses I think he uses Discord. I don't know. I know he uses some sort of messaging app. I don't know what it is because I don't really pay attention to what
I mean,
my brother gets up to.
even my
I probably should.
I rarely text. I don't know either WhatsApp it or Discord most of my shit.
People
I'm
actually
the
use
same.
WhatsApp?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, WhatsApp
Huh.
is really quite popular, but it's like I'm the same. Like I don't text. Like I'm like WhatsApp, Facebook. Excuse me, Facebook Messenger. I'll do Snapchat once in a while. Discord. Like that's if I'm gonna text someone, that's my things. Like I
Yeah.
only text like I'll text my sister on occasion, but that's like I tried to send them a message on Facebook and it's been an hour and a half, and they've not read it. So I'll text them like, "Hey, check your fucking Facebook."
Like the only
Or it's like I need to tell them something, but I've not got fucking Wi-Fi or data, so I'll text them.
like
like-
even, yeah, exactly. Like I have Soda and Yankee's phone, and even if it's a dire situation, half the time I just forget that I have their number,
Yeah, exactly.
and
You know,
because
like-
I'm so used to messaging them on Discord, it's like, oh, I sent them a message, I guess not. Wait, and then like 30 minutes later, like light bulb moment. Oh shit, I have their phone number.
Yeah, like it's quite a common thing for young people today to not have a phone number. It's weirdly rare for young people today to have a mobile phone number.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll find that one right. It's again I'll point to this one. I'm gonna put it out in a second, but at your point with the thingy. I know the new update for my phone's firmware. My phone's quite
Yes.
modern one. It basically links my phone into my Wi-Fi anyway, even to make a phone call.
Mhm.
It's using my Wi-Fi signal to do it. Now every time I get
Yes.
a Wi-Fi signal, it automatically passes through that, rather than
Yes.
the phone stand. And with the expanding of Wi-Fi zones and hotspots,
Yes.
it's less and less likely place you're going to find a Wi-Fi signal these days.
Yeah.
And that to piggyback off. So
Yeah.
and pay for the it's not new Apple phone. I think it's new Samsung. I think it doesn't come with the SIM card anymore. It comes with the digital SIM card.
Yeah.
I believe. That's the thing now. You can buy digital SIM cards these days.
Yeah, you can do digital ones. That's been a thing for a few years, but like, yeah, it's like that's and it's a point I agree with. You know, 'cause it's like fuck. I'm gonna a little serious for a minute because it deserves this topic deserves a little bit of seriousness for 5 minutes.
it does.
Like the problem that like the bill is trying to solve out in Australia of like, you know, like cyberbullying and like just like young people dangers on the internet, right?
Yeah.
It's like absolutely 100%. I agree. Those are problems that need addressed. 100%. I agree. Right. And like when I was about the, you know, like the teenage age, you know, like fucking like 12, 13, 14, etc. I was very much one of those teenagers that was fucking susceptible to these problems. Right. I dealt with cyberbullying as a kid. I was in a fucking dark place for a lot of fucking years because of cyberbullying. You know, like I was one of the kids that realistically these bills are aiming to try and assist. And even then, I would have disagreed with this shit and gone, this is not the way to do it, lads. This is not the fucking solution. You know, like the single worst enemy to someone that has like things like depression, anxiety, etc., is fucking isolation.
Yeah,
it's isolation.
Like you've essentially like played a part in, like, if they do decide it's not worth it anymore, you've played a part in that. And I think,
exactly.
and I know this won't happen, but Jaden like said something about like that if 12 kids commit suicide because of this, right, then the bill has just been all for nothing, right?
Yeah,
and I think
100%.
if that happens, the Australia, like, I know this would never happen because we live in a fucked up world, but I feel like if kids start taking their lives because of this, they decide it's not worth anymore. I can't, like, I've been cut off from everybody I could like I think the Australian government should be held accountable if
100%. I do agree with you. Like, because I mean, this thing's like we've seen something similar here in Britain recently.
Really?
Like with the Online Safety Act and it came into force. Like one of the chief complaints about the Online Safety Act here in Britain is for like a lot of people, you know, like a lot of people in this country don't want to age verify on their phones, even adults. You know, I'm fucking one of them. I've done it on a few websites, but it's websites I trust with my fucking life. You know, but it's like one of the chief complaints is like there's a lot of like quite important fucking websites you can't access in this country without age verifying.
Yeah.
You know, like, yeah, like the Samaritans website, which, like, for those who don't know, Samaritans are like an anti-suicide like charity. They've got a free like phone line call.
You can't access that.
Age verify. Yeah, you have to age verify to access that website now because it has the word suicide on its landing page.
Yeah, and it deals with suicide.
Oh my god, I hate your government so fucking
much. There's a lot of websites similar to it, like suicide support forums and things for like, hey, I want to fucking kill myself, help. Yeah, you can't access those websites. And for a lot of people with depression, those are fucking vital lifelines.
Yeah.
And they're basically being told your only option to get the help you fucking need right now is to hand over all of your personal data to your government.
Now, right, probably I'll give you an example of this. Overreach.
Scotty, I hate your government so fucking much.
Is when I was at school, right? That's when they started coming into schools more.
Yeah.
Right? So this was like back in the 1900s.
I fucking wish.
I mean, technically, well, it would have been like, what, 90?
I mean, yeah.
90 odd?
Yeah. When I said that, I meant like
1998, I believe, was the major push for it.
Yeah, it's like technically it is the 1900s. It's just the very late 1900s.
Yeah.
Right. They brought in the idea of like what's called the school social acceptance firewalls into all the schools. Now this was designed to limit children's access to inappropriate materials.
Yes.
Right? Now the problem is though, out in my high school I was at, well, part of our curriculum was we had to study a lot of World War II and medieval history.
Yes.
The problem with that is the firewall automatically blocked half the sites needed for the education, including the Education Board's own sources on World War II, because of graphic content and graphic imagery.
Like this, I have because in British, excuse me, in British schools today, there's still a similar firewall system in place, like on school computers. And like when I was in high school, I got sent to my fucking head teacher's office because I was complaining about it. Because I'd been given an assignment for English class, right? Been given an assignment for English class, which was to write an essay on any topic that you find interesting, right? And at the time, right, as is common people with ADHD and autism like I have, like I was hyper like focused on a particular topic at the time. Said topic, like weirdly enough, because I was 16, no, I was 15, sorry. But said topic was the science behind blood alcohol content and like how different like alcoholic beverages affect the blood content level, how like basically the science behind alcohol tolerance works. I was hyper focused on that topic.
Yes.
And I wanted to write my essay about that. Yeah. The problem was though I couldn't access any of the fucking websites with like the sources and information I needed in order to source like have them as sources on my paper because they were being blocked by the firewall. So I'd complained to the teacher and the teacher was like, "Well, it's an inappropriate topic." And I was like, "I don't care. It's an interesting topic and you said anything I find interesting. I find this interesting. It's not dangerous information. If anything, it's helpful information."
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Like if I write this essay and hand it out to the class, they're becoming educated in this topic so they can avoid alcohol poisoning.
yeah, because
Like we're teenagers, we're gonna drink. Would it not make more sense if we drink while like as educated people on how alcohol works versus drinking blind?
especially
I
because
had an hour and a half debate with my head teacher about this topic, and it got taken to the school board.
you're
It
right,
got
though.
taken to my local school board, and they damn near changed it.
Right, I'll try again. You're right in one.
Sorry.
You're right at a certain point, especially with information, because even down to legality wise, right? Because it happens in America and it's technically in England as well. There's a difference between a DUI, which is drive by intoxicated, and drive by unpaid,
Yes.
at a legal standing, because it's just the case generally happened in both countries. There was a guy who was about my weight, right?
Yes.
Legally, he was over the limit by, I think it was about 3 times. Right?
Yes.
But he passed all spider tests, the stigma test. He could drive better than the cops could while drunk. Because of the weight of his body, alcohol didn't affect him the same way it would affect a guy half his body weight.
A midget, yeah.
Right? So technically, legally, he wasn't driving while impaired. Because he could drive perfectly safely and get in without any issues. So for the test they'd done, he was legally allowed to drive. Which is why
Yes.
they changed the word of the law to driving while intoxicated, which was set the limit to. And now the limit is set for, I think, the average guy of about 140 pounds or something.
Give or take, yeah.
And that's where you get the legal ban from, or what they classified
Yes.
as intoxicated.
And listen, it was information like that I was getting denied access to by the school's firewall. Like I
Yeah.
couldn't access like fucking like case records of intoxicated driving. I genuinely I couldn't, because this was the days before you had like the Google fucking summary
Yeah.
for the shit you googled, right?
Yeah.
I couldn't even pull up websites that just had the statistical rates of what like alcohol units per volume to different drinks were.
Because I remember
Oh,
I was doing the paper history for mine, and I was doing the paper on tactics and divisions of trench warfare, because our school's big on World War One, and I couldn't access the Department of Education's own website information on World War One.
Yeah.
Because it was blocked.
And because this is the thing, like with my school, it was like the main crux of my argument, right? Was
yeah.
like in the very same week that this has happened, right? Earlier in that week, right? In chemistry class, right? We were taught how to make alcohol at home. We're told how to do it with household fucking objects. We were told the exact mathematical formulas to calculate before it was finished brewing what the alcohol volume would be for that brew batch. And we were also like via school fucking computers, I'd like to add, by the way, able to access moonshining websites with step-by-step
What?
instructions on how to make alcohol.
But you
that
couldn't
was
access.
Yeah, exactly. That was the crux of my argument with the school of, so you tell me on your computer I can access the information needed to manufacture alcohol, but I cannot access the information to educate myself on the safe consumption of alcohol. Make that make fucking sense to me. Make that make sense.
I'll play a bit of an advocate on the ban on social media, okay?
Hmm.
Because I've got some experience with it, especially on like 2 sides of it.
Yeah.
I can understand where they make this move from on the ban of social media, right? Because there's many examples. Like the Momo trend that started off,
Yes.
and then you've got like they say, you've got a few others around that same genre. We've got assholes basically kids commit suicide via social media and shit like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
You know, so I can understand the general fear people have over social media itself being a very strong influence on children's lives.
Yes.
I totally get that. I can also understand wanting to ban like certain social media, such as like Instagram, which is basically just full of prostitutes at this point in time. Facebook, which is just a toxic shithole, and same with Twitter. X,
Yeah.
Yeah.
stuff. Right. But from like say an old person's point of view in this, right? Social media kept me alive. To some degree.
Yeah.
Honestly,
100%.
like same here. I
Because
would not be you.
after my mother died, I spiraled hard. I've talked about this on the show before. I spiraled into really dark areas where I've been suppressing my mental health for so long that it kind of overthink. And I was talking to people online that kept me relatively grounded and sane.
Yeah.
You know, that's how like say me and Vegas became friends is through
Yeah.
through PSN, which is technically a social media.
We were playing the same video game and we were in the same guild. Like that. Like if it wasn't for social media and video games, this show wouldn't exist because we wouldn't have met.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like exactly I understand benefit pros and cons of both sides. Now, for me, if I was setting the system up, I wouldn't outright ban everything, right, social media wise for young people, because it is a vital resource for young people to connect, especially in countries like America and Australia,
Yes.
where you have like
Yeah.
especially Australia, where like your neighbor's house could be 50 fucking miles down the bastard road.
Oh yeah.
You know, and again, America has areas like that in the Midlands.
Yeah.
America, where you're talking it's hundreds of miles between you and your next door neighbor. You know, so isolation is a big issue. Now, my two solutions to this is one, slap parents in the face.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
It's
Yeah.
like as Jaden said, like they're making a bill to do what parents should already be doing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is to
Let's say my younger sister's got like 5 kids, and she has access to all their phones, all their social media linked to her phone, so she can check it regularly. Because I think it was my oldest niece went through the Momo scare.
Yes.
it went through a what?
Momo.
It was a thing on the internet a while ago. Like, do you remember like Momo, the fucking
Oh,
the art project mask thing that was like shared around as a creepypasta?
Yeah, that thing.
Yeah, there was like a weird trend for a couple of years where like people were like using that like meme making accounts pretending to be the character of Momo to like basically gaslight children into committing suicide
Ugh.
via fear. It was a whole thing.
Yeah, 10 to 12-year-olds particularly was their favorite target.
Yeah, like it was a whole fucking situation that occurred at one point in time. But
yeah,
you know, because like that, another reason why I disagree with it's a reason why I disagree with social media bans in general, no matter the fucking age group. Is every single social media has this wonderful button. It's wonderful
called the block button.
It's called the fucking block button.
And
Yeah.
Jaden also pointed out that
these social medias don't hide this button. It's fucking right there. Right? The only social media I've ever been on where it's been hard to block a bitch is Snapchat. Because you got to press like 6 buttons to get to the block button.
What?
No, that all exists. But I think the better way of doing this, right, is because it should be course taught in school, especially at primary age. So I'm talking like 10, 11, is a few years of online safety for one thing, for kids. Right?
Yes.
Secondly, is every parent who has children should go through a similar course.
Yes.
And if your child accesses social media correctly, should be fined for it. Because they should should not be using the internet as a fucking babysitter for your child.
Yes. I mean, I can't talk for like every school in the country. Like I can only talk about like my education like growing up. But like what you were saying there of like an online safety course for young people, that is a thing. Like that was a thing at my primary school, it was a thing at my high school. Once you hit like 10, 11ish onwards, you were taught these things of like, here's how you make your accounts private, you know, like here's how you block people on these social media platforms, you know, like don't talk to fucking strangers and shit, you know, like we did have, like, they weren't great lessons, but you were still taught fundamental basics of here's how you make your shit private, here's how you block motherfuckers, like you know, like sensible stuff, you know, like
Again,
I don't know if that's like a standard
It's
thing,
not
like
down here.
in every school. I know it is. It was a thing at my school, but
I mean, I ran one Vine school when social media started taking off, but I was like in second school at the time, and the kids
Yeah.
will be teenagers essentially. And I say it's
Yeah.
not a standard thing down here to have down at the school to do it or not. Even then, it's not a great course, to be honest.
Yeah.
When they do down here, most you don't get to get colleges where the damage is already done. To be honest,
yeah, exactly. You
now,
know,
the other
like
proposal I have, right, is something we've already done a few times. Like, say you've got the kids' version of YouTube for starters,
yes,
right?
yeah,
It's
no,
just
that
kids-
that I 100% I do agree with, of like having a kid-friendly version of these platforms that are
Yeah.
heavily monitored by staff.
I mean, one thing is that it should not be kids' version of X or Twitter, because that's
Oh,
such a
yeah,
shithole
no.
anyway.
Yeah, that's just.
But one version of of Facebook or something like that, where not just age verification becomes a problem, it becomes a thing. You've got
Mhm.
to prove that you're under the certain threshold age.
Yes,
And do it in a variety of different ways. Right? To like say your adult sending your parents sending you for birth certificate or something like that. Just to prove your age,
Yeah.
that type of shit.
Yeah.
Again, it's not going to be a perfect system. Nothing will be. Even the ban will be
Yeah.
because it's around the ban. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, like, the
there's
Australian
plenty of
kids have
ways
already-
around.
the Australian kids proved it in the first like fucking 4 hours.
Yeah.
Whereas like half of them hadn't been half of them didn't get banned, and like the other half of them were like, yeah, so there's like these 6 apps that aren't covered by the ban.
Yeah.
That are social. We're just gonna start using these instead. Fuck yous.
Yep.
And it's like, yeah, no, based, honestly, low key,
Yeah.
well played.
Yeah, because technically,
Like, fair enough.
WhatsApp is a social media platform in theory, but it's also
Yeah.
what's called an online messaging platform, which is encrypted, which theoretically
Yes.
can't be banned by Australia because
Yes.
communication system not social media technically.
Yeah, like, but I mean, this is another reason why I disagree with the bill, and it's something that's bugged me for so many fucking years. Is like, see, like with issues like this of like a fucking an under 16 ban, right?
Yeah.
It's like, and it's gonna sound so fucking stupid, but I wholeheartedly do believe this, right? Is one of the main issues I have with these kinds of laws and bills, whereas like the government's going to make this decision for the kids to help the kids,
Yes.
is they never fucking ask the young people about it. Right? I can guarantee you, the Australian government didn't send representatives to the schools to go talk to the kids to be like, hey, we know people of your age are having these problems with social media. What are your suggestions? If you were the government, how would you fix it?
I mean,
Because I can guarantee you the kids have better fucking ideas. And B, what if the kids just don't give a shit?
Yeah.
Like, it's a bad habit so many fucking grown-up people have of they don't give kids credit when it comes to anything.
yes.
Everyone just assumes kids are fucking pig stupid. Especially when
Yeah.
it comes to shit like online safety, when realistically, because I mean, if I meant to, you can probably identify what I'm about to fucking say here, right? Realistically, when it comes to online safety, I probably know more than most adults that work in iFucking-T. All right?
I mean,
Like growing up for me, no, fuck off, right? Growing up for me, right?
Right.
Growing from like as a kid, right? Like, especially as a teenager, right? You know, like the way it's supposed to be of like your parents protect you from bad shit, right? In
Yeah.
life.
Oh, you were. It was the other way around.
Yeah, growing up, I was the one that was stopping my mother from getting fucking scammed by Nigerian fucking scam artists. Right?
Yes.
I was the asshole in the household, right? Fucking reminding my mother, please don't click the link sent to you by Prince fucking Nahalawale from Saudi Arabia. There is no Prince Nahalawale of Saudi Arabia.
Like I say, for me, it was
And
like,
if there was, he wouldn't be offering you, of all people, $10 million.
for me, it was one of these weird, slightly different things. It's because the era I grew up in, right? I've talked about the show before, like how I was raised with my dad. When my dad and that. Right? So my dad, when PC started becoming the main thing, my dad went back again to college to learn everything about computers and the internet.
Yes.
Right? Even down to basic programming. So he followed, like say, I was there at the birth, basically at the birth when I was younger, at the birth of what social media is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was online before Facebook was even realistically a fucking thing. Right? And so we went through, like, we had to go through everything about what could be the problem of using online. Of kids being online. And went through all that and basically sat down, me and my older sisters, and we talked through everything about it. Even to the point where, like I said, you had the main computer set up in the sitting room where you could keep an eye on what we were doing. It was a few years before we had computers in our own rooms.
Yeah.
And all that.
Yeah.
And then he set up monitoring software where it could trace through. Now again, because I grew up in that era, I'm hyper aware of how dangerous the internet is.
Mhm.
And like I say,
Yeah.
so is my younger sister, because she spent a lot of time on the internet. No, like, she spent a lot of time surfing it, but I went to the deep side for shit. Don't recommend it. But anyway, so what my younger sister does, she's got all the kids' phones linked to her phone through control apps. Right? She's linked even the Xbox accounts into her phone so she can check the messages, listen to the conversations if need to. Same with the Facebooks, and she regularly sits down with each child. Yeah, goes to the phone of the messages and like Facebook stuff. Not join them as a friend on Facebook, but she goes through the Facebook accounts with them sitting there and looks at anything that might be concerning, then sit there and actually talk to the child.
Yeah.
About
You know,
why
of,
this is
hey,
concerning.
Yeah, it's like I've got some concerns about this, and this. Like, explain. Like,
Yeah.
have I misunderstood this? Is this like some hip youth thing? Or is this what it looks like? Like sensible fucking parenting.
Because you were there when we found out what was better between her and X when she lived down here for me oldest niece.
Yeah.
And she even talked to you about it, saying that I've been so protective about these messages.
Yeah, I don't remember the context of said messages, but I think even I was like, yeah, no, that's fucking weird.
It's one that kid kept saying she couldn't move away because he would hurt himself or was being very controlled.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah. I remember now. Yeah, like even I was like, yeah, no, you fucking right. That's just fucked. Like.
So there is ways like parents should be more involved with kids. Like say, sit down with kids once we can go through their Facebook profile with them.
Yeah.
Foster an environment where kids don't have to be secretive over shit.
Yeah.
Like a lot of parents do. Like my big gripe with parents my age, right, is the iPad generation we created. Right.
I actually wanted to tack on something real quick before you start this. Like, I feel like I don't know if this is just me, but I feel like a lot of kids. I mean, I guess it just kind of depends, but a lot of times when a kid has something like that happen to him, like just like whether it be in an online space or not, like their first thought is always shit. Either my mom or dad is gonna kill me, instead of oh shit, I need to go tell my mom and dad this to get help. Like I feel like that, and that shouldn't be how it is. That shouldn't be how it is. Like for kids, like their first thought should be like I need to go get my mom or dad help me out to figure out whatever the fuck has happened.
100%. And this is the thing. It's like as someone that grew up as a kid that had that thought process of oh fuck, my parents are gonna kill me for this one.
Yeah, I also it depends on who I was with at the time.
Oh no, for me it was like 90% of the time like shit where it's like I should have gone to my parents. It was like I didn't because it was like they're gonna fucking kill me. And to be fair, they probably would have. But I think where it comes from for a lot of kids, at least it's where it came from for me growing up, is like this kind of weirdly, Fat Man T, you and me kind of talked about this a little bit a couple of days ago. I mean, I say I said it passingly as a joke thing, but it's a thing I genuinely do kind of believe a little bit. Is like the kind of style of parenting that my parents did with me a little bit, of the kind of thing of they just expect kids to know shit.
Yeah.
The kind of figure it out fucking mentality of
they
they'll hand you a fucking screwdriver and just be like, okay, go change that light switch. Having never previously in life had a conversation about electricity with you. And they just expect you to magically know how to change a light bulb. And it's like, is it a bayonet? Is it a screw? I don't fucking know. And then they yell at you for getting electrocuted when you're 7 and don't know how electricity works. I think that's where it comes from a lot of the time. Is that kind of thing of you should know how to do this, despite the fact I've never taught you how to do it. Figure it the fuck out, get it done because I said so. And if you fuck it up, there's a punishment of some kind, be it you get yelled at, grounded, whatever. Rather than it being a more honest environment of, hey, I need this thing done. Can you do it for me? Here's step by step. You do this, this, and this. If you get stuck, come and tell me. I will come and help you. But I need to do this thing first. Or if your kids are younger, again, a 7-year-old, You know, like, controversial opinion, right? Controversial opinion. Maybe 7 is not an age-appropriate time to ask a child to change a fucking light switch. No, what with there being, fucking 180,000 volts of electricity running
Yeah.
through the wires connected to that bastard. Maybe a 7-year-old shouldn't touch that fucking thing. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong there, but fucking.
But let's say, for me, when I have that actual conversation I was on about, is in my kids, we were taught to figure this shit out, and we basically learned by doing it. You got executed and didn't die. That was a good day. You laugh at it. That's literally how my childhood from my generation was.
Yeah, like same. But like, I think we can both agree that it's not exactly a fucking sensible way of doing shit.
Jimmy didn't show up to school today. He must have fried himself trying to change a light.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
It's Echo, right? You gotta remember, when I was children, before the age of smartphones, where everyone could be tracked, right? We regularly just ran off into. There's several deep woodlands where I live, and we would just regularly just go off in those. And the only thing we had to worry about is, one rules my parents had for me was, don't put in the police door, don't die.
yeah, I had the same 2 rules with a third bonus rule of be home before the moon comes out.
Yeah.
If there's still daylight, you're still allowed outside. Once the daylight fucks off, you come back in the house.
Mine was when dad shouted,
like, that
come
was
back
it.
in. And they said my dad could shout and like, every fucking bird in the county fucking heard his voice. You laugh at that. Because when my dad trained martial arts, he could bellow out and like, outdo foghorns. It was slightly disconcerting. But that's how the generation was raised. Now, I'm not going to say that kids these days are dumber by comparison, right?
I mean,
they're really not.
Really
They're
not.
really not. They just seem the kids today seem dumber because you're looking at their actions through the perspective of your current age versus when you were that age.
Okay, that's fair enough. I did do a lot of
Differences
shit.
between generations.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, is automation.
Yeah.
Is in my generation, you basically when you went on learn something, you actually tried it and figured it out. You didn't die or lose a finger, you figured it out. You got correct. In this generation, especially like the ones coming up, is there's YouTube video for everything.
Yeah.
So instead of trying to figure it out first, they automatically go to YouTube first.
Well, yeah, that's because we don't want to electrocute ourselves.
Yeah.
Right?
Like we're smart enough to know, electrocute myself's gonna fucking hurt.
Yes.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go online and like watch other people do it. So I'm at least going in with some contextual information, so to be more likely to succeed without being fucking
Yeah,
electrocuted.
but the problem with automation is, which I've known myself, because I went through a few videos. On like, I think it was one of mine was actually on about changing a plug. I was curious. Is the information in the videos is wrong?
Yeah,
And
so,
would get you
sometimes it is, but
Yeah.
but incorrect information is still you can still at least like look at that info and go, okay, at least I know roughly what I'm doing now. Even if it's the wrong shit, you can still look at it and go, well, the shit in that video looks different to my shit, but it's kind of similar, and you have some context to piece it together.
Yeah.
And
You know,
again,
like which is 10 times more helpful than your dad handing you a screwdriver and going, fix that.
Yeah.
With no instructions.
I think that's one of the things, like, especially, I think my dad was like an older parent. Right? He was born in 1952. Right? Was when dad was born. I was born in 86. So there's a fair gap in age when dad came about.
Yeah.
There's like a lot of old school things he was taught was, when he was a kid, like, kids when he was 10, he left school at 15 and went straight to work as a mechanic. To raise money for the house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Like, but that's the thing. I bet when your dad went to go work at the mechanics, they didn't hand him a wrench and go, okay, go fix that engine. They hand him a wrench and go, here's how you fix an engine, and walked him through it.
No, he was
For his first couple.
No, what he done was he got a broom and said, sweep and clean up. Right? But watch. Right?
Exactly. Watch. They showed him how to fucking do it. They didn't just hand him a wrench and go fix that engine with no information.
Yeah, it was a case of, sit. Dude, he's the job you don't be doing, but pay attention to what other people are doing around the shop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They gave him that learning information of context.
Yeah.
I think that's the problem with a lot of parents today is they skip that step.
Yes.
They skip the show part of show and tell.
Like I say,
They just tell you how what to do rather than show you how to fucking do it first.
It's also a thing like parents don't do things in the house anymore. You want to like, fix something in the house. You call that electrician out instead of trying it yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which To be fair, with electricity in particular, yeah, you phone the fucking profession.
Yeah,
we've done big in the wall, like change the plug, like actual water, but like change the plug on the TV. Most adults don't even do that
Yeah,
anymore.
like
They go to
yeah,
the
like
kids'
if I'm
squad
just
to do
changing
it.
a plug in a TV, fuck, even I can fucking do that. Like it's not rocket science, but like once I got to start playing with like mains electrics, it's like yeah, I'm phoning a fucking expert.
Or like
Like
doing
I'm
general
not.
DIY,
fucking
like say build like say when I was a kid, I built couches, beds in the house, storage
Yeah.
units. So I learned how to use power tools and woodwork. Helped my dad doing these things, and it's nothing that's commonly done anymore in households.
Yeah,
Some households, yes, they are done. I'm not saying across the board it's not done. Some places do it still,
yeah, 100%. Like
but it's not a common thing these days because, like, say, parents thought, well, I don't have time to do this, so I'm just going to hire someone to do it for me. And
yeah, because
here's an iPad.
I mean,
entertain yourself over that corner somewhere.
yeah.
You know, it's some kind of skills
I've,
that's
I've been guilty of that before. Like somebody, like they've called somebody down like to work on our furnace or something. Because at one point our furnace like it was in danger of exploding, so we had to call somebody to fix it.
That's fine, but general maintenance on your furnace is something that everyone should know on how to bleed
Yeah.
it, how to change the fluid out of it. You know, do basic checks on like, does the pallet still work? Is there a leak here somewhere? Because you don't have to repair
is it
yourself.
going to explode?
Those things which a parent and child would have done during for winter is harmful. Say you for a guy who say, "Yeah, come take me boiler for us for winter," and then you walk off. You know, it's not something that's been passed on by a parents teaching children down by regularly doing. Like I say, there are areas in Britain and America where those skills passed on, but you generally told they're very much more rural communities. And the
Yeah,
parents are generally
bumfuck
slightly
nowhere
older.
kind of places.
Yeah. You know, you ask someone in New York how they do it, and they're like, oh, I just want the maintenance guy out.
It's like an example I gave you like the other day when we were talking about this family. I'm going to reiterate it because it kind of sends my fucking point home about this a little bit with parenting. It's like because again my parents are like the most guilty of this shit ever. It's like my mum put a Facebook post up a couple of years ago, right?
Oh,
it was a photograph of like a man and a woman walking down the road, right?
Oh, yeah.
And it like the caption on it was "What's wrong with this image?" Right? I was like 15 at the time, right? I couldn't see anything wrong. So I was being a smart arse, and I was like, well, for one, this photo was clearly taken in the summer, and fucking Rebecca here in this photograph is wearing purple, which as we all know is an autumn color, and that handbag is atrocious. Just being a smart arse, right? Just fucking roasting this fictional woman to death because I was bored, right? And my mum then put a comment and went, "I raised you better than this. You know exactly what's wrong, right? The man is walking on the wrong side. He's walking like towards the wall rather than on the side of the road." Right? He's letting the woman be closest to the danger of the cars. Right? And I had to put a comment back on it being like, you've been my mother for 15 fucking years. And this is the first time I've ever heard you make any reference to this magic rule of gentlemanship. What do you mean you raised me better? If you'd raised me better, I would have known that. You've never mentioned this to me ever in my fucking life. But you magically expected me to know. Like, you know, it's something that fucks me off so much sometimes, like with parenting, like, and like also just like not even parenting, but also just like people of like the parenting generations, like the people that are old enough to have kids.
Yeah.
You know, of like fucking kids these days don't know nothing, and it's like, yeah,
That's because we didn't teach them.
Shit.
Yeah, because
No one's telling us this shit. Like we're being thrown into the world, smacked on the arse to make us breathe, and then expected to just figure shit out with no fucking contextual information. We're being told fuck all and expected to know everything.
Yeah, it's all
yeah, and I do think the internet is to blame a little bit. I think the internet came along, which is just an access portal to all of human information, and adults went, kids have access to the internet. They can learn everything, so they must know everything. It's like no, because we have no context of what to learn, because we've not been told that there's magic gentleman rules out there that we need to go fucking learn. No one's mentioned them. Instead we're wasting our time learning about fucking Skibbity Riz. Because we don't have context.
You know,
shut the fuck up.
It's what you might call kids having kids generation.
Yeah.
It happened in my generation when I was younger. It was like, you know, people say like, oh, well, kids having kids like for like the 12-year-olds and the 18-12s having children. No.
Yeah.
By the 12 them generations, we're quite old. By that point,
yeah, they were fucking practically fucking middle-aged. Yeah.
Right? Which are like the kids like, 18, 19-year-olds who have no concept of what life is because parents themselves like do everything and not explain to the child what it is. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, and there's someone my young sister's age can't cook anything because the parents are let to the stove because she wants burnt toast.
Yeah.
It's like,
I'm also not allowed to touch the stove, but I feel like it's more warranted in my case.
Well, yeah, you did damn near burn the fucking house down, but like, yeah, at the same time, though, Fatman, you just like with the kids having kids, like part of it.
Yeah.
It's like because upsettingly, I'm at the age where I have friends who are parents now. Like that's just a thing in my life that I have to deal with.
Yeah.
It's terrifying. But like at the same time, like there's people that like I'm good friends with, like from when I was at school, like old work colleagues that are about my age that have kids. And don't get me wrong, like 100%, there's some of them that are just fucking hopeless as parents. But at the same time, some of the best fucking parenting I've seen have come from these fucking, like, essentially kids that are, like, now parents. Where, like, they're, like, 19, 20, fucking clueless in life, but by God, are they good fucking parents? Because they're not doing what their parents did to them of, go figure this the fuck out with no context. Like, they actually sit their kids down and are like, I need you to do this. Here's how to do it. Or you cannot do like the thing you just did, and here is exactly why you can't be doing that.
I mean, right.
Rather than just shouting at the kid, being like, don't fucking do that. It's please don't do that. Here is why you cannot do that. It's either going to lead to you being injured or it upsets people for this reason.
I say it's one of the things like it's gonna sound boomery, but it's generally the truth of how the situation happened.
Boomery.
Right? It is. You're gonna hate it, but it's generally the truth. Is especially with my generation, when I just started coming up in the 90s, right? It became more popularizing for like both parents to be out of the home and doing more work hours, right? Yeah, the real economy was basically the boom of the tech age where, real estate tech was big boom. Everyone going out and make as much money as they can to try and satiate material greed. So both parents are out there trying to grab as much cash as they can. The problem with that, as a standpoint, is kids were left alone without an actual parental figure for longer periods. You're talking like 6-year-old just drop off with a babysitter.
Oh, yeah, just toss them into daycare. They'll be fine.
Yeah.
Even daycare is better than nothing. We're talking, it's what I call the nanny generation, is my generation generally. Right? Is parents didn't parent us, a nanny did, or the TV did. Type thing. That's where that started coming in where, oh, they'll be fine. I've got to go make money, they'll be fine. And parents rarely taught the children. That passed on
100%.
further and further until you got to the point where, like half a generation ago, from my like when I was in high school, that generation type of children became what's called as started the iPad generation kid, where I don't have time to do my kid, he's an iPad, just go and sit and look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
I'm too busy to deal with you.
The time period I grew up in was like smack dab in the middle of like those two things kind of starting. Of like my mum was guilty of both. Like my dad not so much because there's stories there, but like my mum we don't have time for those stories. But like my mum worked like a lot of night shifts. Like like when I was fuck it, we're getting into this, right? Like when I was like a younger kid, right? Like growing up in Scotland, like growing up, like I grew up with like my mum, my dad, and like my gran, right?
Yeah,
those were like the three adults in the house, right? I didn't see my dad very much, right? Because like for a lot of my life, like he either worked like long distance coach driving, or he worked in a call center with weird fucking hours.
Yeah.
So I didn't see much of my dad growing up. I didn't see my mum very often because my mum has worked night shift most of my life. Like it's only the last like 3 years she moved to like day and back shift, right? She's always been a night shift person. So like you got to imagine like when you're like 6, 7, 8 years old, you're at school from 9 a.m. right through to fucking 3 p.m. You're going to bed at like 8, 9 o'clock at night. I was like, when I was going to bed, my mum was just getting up. When I was going out to school, my mum, like there was some mornings I was going to school, my mum wasn't even back home from her shift yet.
Yeah.
So like I wasn't seeing my mum for like days at a time because she was either asleep or at work.
That must have been
like yeah, it was bullshit. Like effectively my grandmother raised me. Like my gran, like for a lot of my life, it was me and my gran. that were in the house and like that were like awake and doing shit. You know, like a lot of the stuff I do know today as an adult, it wasn't my mum that told me it. It wasn't my dad. It was my grandmother that raised me.
I've
know,
got
and-
the. No, go ahead.
Like I was gonna like continue on of like, you know, then like when I got a little bit more older, like I got to like 9-10 years old, you know, like there was like that kind of like nanny feel like my grandma was starting to get like a bit old for my bullshit, you know, like that's when the kind of technology thing started off. I was given, you know, an iPhone, like, well, it wasn't, I think it was a fucking BlackBerry touchscreen thingamabob. I was given like a knockoff iPad, you know, like, because like we weren't fucking rich, like we were working class, you know, like, later on, you know, I got laptops and computers and things, and it very much became that thing of, you know, like, here's an entertainment device, entertain yourself. You know, like, which I don't blame my parents for at all, because some of my favorite memories come from doing shit on computers when I was younger. Like, I wouldn't be the guy I am today without the like technology and the internet and shit. But like, you know, it's one of those things of like fucking, you know, my mum in particular was guilty of both of those generational things of the nannying of I'd never see my fucking kid. My mother deals with him, sorry.
Yeah.
You know, and then fucking, you know, like the later stages, you know, when I started being a teenager of, you know, here's an Xbox, or here's a computer, go fuck off into your room for 2.5 days. You know, like,
Yeah,
you know, and it was like, it's where a lot of the friction, it's where a lot of the friction with me and my mother's relationship has stemmed from over the years of, like, you know, like, especially like the last like 4 or 5 years of, this is the most I've fucking seen you since I was like 4. Like, you know, like there is still a little bit of me that holds a grudge with both of my parents of the last like few years. I've like even like before I moved down here, like, you know, like when I was still living at home, it's like I saw and spoke to both my mum and my father more when I was 19 than when I was 9.
Oh,
you know, like I spoke to both of them more when I was 20 than I was 10 or 6 or 7, or, you know, basically pick a number after 4. And I spoke to my parents less at those ages than when I was a grown ass fucking adult.
Yeah. Now,
and they magically expect me to just know shit that they know. You know, like they magically expect me to know how to fix a fucking table, you know, or build a shelf when I've never been taught this stuff because I was raised by a fucking geriatric 70-year-old that could barely walk because she'd had 4 fucking hip replacements.
oh.
Yeah, prove it wrong.
Like,
Yeah, that's the point I was making.
I actually can kind of relate to that, Scotty, because a lot of my early childhood was me spending, because again, my mom was a single parent. So
see, with single parents, I don't blame them as much because, like, what the fuck else are they gonna do?
Yeah, like, so, like, I spent a lot of times out with my grandparents, and naturally, I was kind of like a lot closer, especially with to my mother. My mother didn't like that, and it actually turned into a whole legal battle where at one point my grandparents were fighting for the right just to get visits with me because my mom. I still don't know what happened between them, but
I mean, yeah.
But like a big part of like why I butt heads with my mother so much is because I still kind of hold a grudge for just not being allowed to see not being allowed to see who was like the person who was essentially like my father figure, because I didn't have one. Like, my grandpa taught me like a whole bunch of shit that, you know, a dad is supposed to teach their son.
Yeah.
No, I can 100% like relate to what you're saying there. Like with, because that is, again, it's another thing I do a little bit hold a grudge with my mother for. Is like when I was a I would have been about 14, give or take, when this happened. Like my father went to prison when I was a teenager. He went to like prison.
What did he do?
He stabbed a guy. He stabbed a guy several times. No, I'm happy to talk about it live on air. I don't give a shit.
What was it? Was it a deserved stabbing?
Fuck no. He just stabbed a bitch. Like, it was not justified in the slightest.
I was about to say, like, did the guy do something to warrant the stabbing?
No, he really. I read the case file. No, the fuck he didn't. But anyway, besides the point, like, my dad went to prison and that, and like he went to, like, 'cause he was living in England at the time. He went to an English prison. I was living in Scotland. And like my dad was, I think my dad was originally sentenced to 8 years, and I think he did 4 off the top of my head. Those numbers might be slightly off, but off the top of my head, I think he was sentenced to 8, did 4. And like, I think it was like the first 3 years of my dad's prison sentence. I basically begged my mother every couple of weeks, can we go visit him? Like, they've got visitation coming up. Can we go fucking visit? Like, can we can we book shit with your work and like school and shit and like go see him? And it was always the same answer of no, because she didn't want me exposed to prison. She thought like, oh, you can't. That thing parents do, where like you're a fucking grown fucking person and you understand like a 12-year-old with a funeral.
Yeah.
Where like
Yeah.
you're 12 years old and like your uncle dies. It's like, no, you're not going to the funeral. And it's like, I'm 12. Like, I understand he's dead and I know that's
Yeah.
sad. Like, everyone else gets to go pay their fuck. There's going to be a 6-year-old that this fuck you take me to the funeral. Another thing I had to fight with my mother about once, but that's not the point here. Like that thing of like she didn't want me exposed to like a prison because like she thought it would scare me and shit. And it's like, bitch, I've been shot. Like that's what context people have to understand. It like at 14, when I was having this argument with my mother about whether or not I could go to a prison to visit my own fucking father, right? And she was worried about prison scaring me. I had been shot multiple times with actual guns.
No,
I had been stabbed by this point in my life, and she thought prison was going to be the thing that scared me.
I said this is where the boomy shit's going to come into a bit more. For me, is like say, single parent households with children are a lot of the problem, right? I'm not blaming like single mothers or single father type thing. Just in general, not having two parents.
How dare you be a single parent?
I'm not blaming them because circumstances as are can vary a lot, right? Which can cause single parenting, right? I'm not saying all single parents are bad. It's just the fact of when you got a parent that is both there to try and like raise a child up and has to make the same money all the time, and is not a parent with a child, especially during their more informative years.
Exactly.
Right? Does have a lot of damage to the child.
Oh,
Right.
I actually didn't. Hold on. I actually didn't finish explain. There was another reason why I was so attached to my grandparents. I don't think I've ever told you this, Scotty. For the
Possibly
first,
not.
for the first about, I was not sentient at, like when this was going on, but I know that for the first I think it was like half. Or I think it was like the first. I don't think it was a full year, but it was. I was just with my grandparents because my mom, I was the result of a one-night stand. My mom was in college during this. My mom talked me out, and then my grandparents decided they were going to because I was born in Iowa. My grandparents decided they were going to move to Indiana. I don't know the reason why they decided that, but my mom decided she was going to go with them after she finished her college degree. So she sent me off with them. So I grew up. I don't think I knew my mother. Granted, again, I wasn't sentient, but I didn't really know my mother for the first half year of my life.
I mean, that's a different effect on the child development because of child bonding from a young age. It's a different topic entirely for this one because that's a much more scientific discussion than a social discussion, unfortunately, on that one.
Yeah.
And when we're discussing on sociology, we're more it's a case of like say having a parent at home with a child during like a lot of the time is a very better for a child because they teach the child other things such as like say things like they can't open fucking bullshit type thing.
Look, motherfucker, it's like as I said to you the other day, right? When no one fucking shows you how to use a can opener, you get handed one for the first time at 12 and told to open a can.
Yeah.
Right? You cannot be blamed for coming to the wrong answer and still succeeding.
Yeah, I'm not. As I'm saying, it's one of those things. It's like say when I'm sitting back thinking about it, like say I was around my parents a lot and like say helped out a lot with in the kitchen, that type of stuff. Anyway, when I was younger, so these things like and actually picked up. It's a lot of things you absorb. The child absorbs not by being told, but by just watching what's going on in the household.
Yeah.
That's like speaking of kitchen. That's like the only thing I can really accredit either of my parents to for me knowing is cooking.
Yeah.
Like it's like the one thing my mum took time to teach me and my dad took time to teach me about is here's how to cook food.
Yeah, and that's the
You know,
thing.
and like my grandmother also taught me a lot of that. Like,
and that's the thing. I think about like say this whole cannibal thing with the parents is that one thing I think the problem is parents they come from like my generation or younger than my generation a little bit, grew up in that scenario where both parents still roughly in the household a little bit, and watch them do it to think, well, we never told this, I just knew it. You don't by just watching, by going around. It's like how language is learned first off with children.
Yeah, exactly.
They're not actually taught it. They're just picking up by parents told to each other or talking to the child.
Mhm.
Right? I think that's the same thing with a lot of stuff I know is, again, I just know it because I was there and I was observant as a child.
Yeah.
And that's what's missing in a lot of this, like, in the younger generations is, because of the way the world is, people spend more time at home trying to make ends meet. Right? Which I can't blame the parents because, like, say, the economy is just dog shit. Has been since the early 2000s.
Yeah,
And the tech boom
100%.
crashed. Right? And they say they're out of the house more, so there's not time to do this when they get in the house. I credit the same way as like the
Industrial Revolution. There you go.
Where the parents were working so long that with the couple just bought pies from the shops they're making themselves.
Yeah.
So the whole generation never grew up with how to cook a pie or how to cook food. It went straight from work to the factory, and then the kid went from the factory as well.
Yeah.
So there's a lost generation there of so the education system in this country dropped significantly is during that period, but also gained at the same time. It's a weird scenario. And
Yeah,
something's
'cause
happening
that was the thing in the Industrial Revolution, though, was like you had the parents going to work, and then eventually the kids were going with them when they were like 7, 8, 9 years old.
Yes.
Whereas like for me growing up, it's like I couldn't go to work with my dad. Or I couldn't go to work with my mother. I was stuck at home with a fucking 7-year-old geriatric woman with 4 hip replacements.
Yeah.
Like God bless my grandmother because she did God's work realistically with me. Right? Like I put that woman through fucking hell on a few occasions, and like she fucking put up with it, and like she doted over me. She was fucking smitten for me. Like if I would like food doing, even though like I knew how to cook for a good few years of this story. It's like she would still do it for me. It'd be like fucking, be like, oh, I'm hungry. I might make a sandwich. And like my grad just fucking go up and like, oh, I'll make you a sandwich. It's like, oh no, I was more looking for like a suggestion of what kind of sandwich, but fuck, okay, or like I'd come home from school and it's like, yep, dinner's already ready.
Yeah.
You don't have to cook today. Dinner's on the table. Great, wonderful. It, good. It helps me out in the short term. Long term though, it's like I kind of wish my gran was a bit harsher on me like that. Of no, fuck you. You're making dinner today. You've got home from school. We're gonna cook together. Here's how to make you dinner.
I mean, I was slightly looking at my upbringing. Like say, by the time like me and my sisters came along, my mum's health dropped severely. My dad had to come off work to take care of her.
Yeah.
Right? But like I say, up to that point, my dad worked a lot in a lot of different jobs. Like you're talking again from like mechanic to radio TV engineer, and that to robotics to PCs and various other things, and his past which we can't talk about because a Black Hair Club might turn up. I wish that's not even a fucking
heavily classified shit. Like,
oh, what was he fucking SAS?
We don't know.
Possibly.
Tell me.
Oh, that kind of.
Yeah, the kind of classified where the family don't get told even after the death because it's still that fucking heavily classified.
The kind of classified where during
when Valentine's
the kind of classified where during the Cold War, my father, who was a civilian, spends 6 months on a military base next to the Black Forest.
Huh.
If you don't know about why that's important, Google it.
Yeah, Google the Black Forest and Cold War. Like,
all right, I will. But
don't Google it right fucking now, but like Google it later. But like,
no, when Fatman he's like 80, he's gonna get a letter in the mail, and it'll be the British government finally declassified whatever his father did.
Oh no, that shit's getting declassified long after I'm dead. Never mind his ass.
But wait,
right? I'm gonna be oil at the bottom of the ocean by the time that shit gets fucking declassified.
But wait, I've tried looking into it. I've tried with my contacts, which are quite high up security clearance, to look into it, and the word come back is back off.
Yeah, you don't want to know.
When someone who's sitting around to a colonel tells you to, or general tells you to, say, stop looking, you stop looking.
Yeah.
you know. But anyway, so like I say, I had both parents of the household, and I was, you know, my sister couldn't teach me about, but my dad still taught us things. So I learned from both sides a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And again, it's a case of like the world's changed similar to a lot of the jobs switch from manufacturing, which is a particular 9 to 5 job.
Mhm.
So parents leave off school, you know, even when it's working, you come back home, both parents are back home, and with the kids. Right? But now the culture's shifted to the point of technology where you're spending 15 hours in an office, you know, trying to become the next fucking crypto miner and shit. And you're so focused on just living and taking on these long hour jobs just to try and make ends meet that the family home gets neglected on both sides of it.
Yeah, 100%. You know, like,
You know,
because
it's
that's
the era we
while
live
I
in,
begrudge my
unfortunately.
parents of that.
Of course, this era we live in that's caused this kind of thing where the jobs which would be 9 to 5 are now extended longer because the workforce that would be there to fill them jobs aren't there anymore. They're busy in tech towers doing 80 hours a week because, you know, well,
It pays better.
We've got to pay slightly better, and, you know, I'll get promised if I do these 8 hours, you know, my hours eventually drop and I make even more money, which is bullshit, but never mind.
Yeah, it's always bullshit. But like, yeah, 'cause that's why I don't begrudge my parents much about my childhood. Is like I as an adult looking back, I understand why
Yeah.
my parents weren't around as much and like why they were working those fucking hours. Because they wanted me to have a decent life. They wanted me to have nice things and
Yeah.
have a nice house and fucking technology and good presents at Christmas. Like I fully 100% I understand why they did the things they did.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like looking back as an adult today, and even like back then as a kid, like I would have preferred having my parents around
Yeah, have given enough
for a
time.
reasonable length of time versus having nice shit.
Yeah, sit down, read a
You know,
book,
I
or
wouldn't have
something, watch TV.
exactly. Like, yeah, like I wouldn't have needed most of the nice shit I had if I had my parents around. Like I wouldn't have needed a computer to fucking to talk to people and learn shit because I would have had my parents there to teach me shit and talk to.
I think one,
You know, like I wouldn't have needed an Xbox to entertain me because I could have gone and played football with my dad or played fucking frisbee with me mother, or like there would have been human interaction there that wasn't just fucking like watching the Waltons with my grandmother and talking about the war. There's a reason I know so much about World War II. My grandmother lived through it, and by God, did that woman know a lot about World War II.
right, it's like when people my generation,
I have
you know, one of the most common presents we got, and the one generation my generation we're most excited about, is when you're 10, right? And when you get 10, usually one of the big presents you get, either on a birthday or Christmas, is your very first toolkit.
Yeah, no, 100%. Like that was one like a gift I got at 10.
Yeah.
Like off of my dad was I got my first toolkit. Like my mom helped out and like threw some tools in it. I was fucking ecstatic for that.
Yeah.
Like I because it's a weird thing. Like despite not having like especially my dad around to teach me DIY shit, I've always been into it. Like I've always been like especially like into like wood carving and like as I think it was a hobby I picked up briefly when I was like about 7 for till I was about 14. Was just I used to carve wooden boats. I used to get like bits of scrap wood and like scrap dowel and shit out of the shed and make little sailboats and shit. You know, like I've always been like a woodwork guy, or like and like I have a mild interest in metalworking that turned into blacksmithing later in life. Like, you know, like, and like I wasn't taught by anyone like, here's how you get a bit of wood and a knife and make a sailboat. I just found a bit of wood one day that had a hole in it and went, see if I put a stick in there, it looks like a boat. Oh, if I kind of carve it a little bit with this knife I've found. My parents were bad for leaving dangerous objects lying around. You know, if I kind of carve it there we go. It looks more like a boat. And slowly over like a handful of attempts. Oh, look, I've made a little boat. That looks quite nice. It became a little hobby of mine.
What did I used to do for me for it, because of the way my brain worked? Say an appliance broke in the house and you're going to replace anyway. Right? Like the old VHS player, right? My dad would give it to me, say, "Would you want this?" And I'll sit there and I'll spend a best part of a week taking the damn thing apart. Figuring out how it worked.
Like,
it's that kind of thing that doesn't get passed down in the younger generations of that anymore. It's like, I would just throw and buy a new one in. Give it to your kid, let him take it apart, let him see how it ticks.
Yeah.
Maybe
That's
fix it, maybe
closest
won't.
I
But
had
anyway.
to that. Yeah, like the closest I had to that was like me and my dad, like when I think I was about 9 or 10, with like when my dad was living on his own, and like I was around visiting. It's like we used to like build computers together.
Yeah.
Like if we had like the weekend off that week, it's like we'd go to like the local scrapyard or like the local tip or whatever, recycling centers, and like most of them had like a broken computer department, and we'd just pick up broken fucking like computer towers, take them home. Like go like open them up, go through them, and be like, okay, the RAM in this one's good. This one's got a decent graphic card that works. There's one where where the PCU works. Fucking, I basically turned 6 computers into one working computer, and then sell it on for like fucking like 20 quid.
Yeah, I mean,
Just like it's something to do together.
same for me. Like back in the 90s, is for the 90s, right? My household had 9 PCs. Right. Now, I would say my family was not rich by any stretch of the imagination. Right. But
Yeah.
what my dad done was he went. See, went to when Pierce came down to make sure he could keep up with the kids, like what we were learning. He did a computer build and maintenance course at university, along with their programming language. Right. Then he came back and said, right then, this is how we're going to do it. Instead of like going out buying a PC, he went to like what's called the PC phase and bought or the auctions and bought a load of components. And then my dad sat down and built PCs up.
Oh, nice.
And that. I say, in my area, right, they say it was rare for one family to have a PC. We had 9 in our household, which made me dad built up from the bits of scrap we found. Even to the point where I knew more about how the PCs worked than the fucking school technology from my administrator did.
Yeah.
Which fucked him off to no end. And again, it's one of those things that doesn't get passed on because our world is so focused on collecting, on like buying stuff at the moment because it's easier. Instead of fixing it, it's easier just to throw it away and get a new one. Right? And it's relatively cheaper as well. Like, say, trying to fix a laptop these days is a nightmare because it's designed not to be fixed anymore.
Yeah.
So people just throw them and buy new. And it's that kind of thing that's not passed on. And because of how our world's working, people have to work more in order to replace what breaks over time. And it's a comment I made with you, I think it was last week. Only the truly rich can live poor.
Mm-hmm. No, 100%. Because like to buy something that'll last you fucking 2 decades, it's gonna set you back a small fucking fortune these days.
Yeah.
Like it's like it's a case in point thing of like one of my uncles, right? My uncle Michael. My uncle Michael is the rich motherfucker in the family, right? He's like the guy that did it in the family, right? He's fucking worth a small fortune. And like I think it was for my 15th, maybe 16th birthday, one of the two.
Didn't he buy you a PS4?
No, that was my uncle Peter that lives in America. This is my English uncle. No, I tell you, it was my 14th birthday. He gave me this. My 14th birthday. He gave me like his old leather jacket. It's the one like Fat Man T. It's the one I wear all the time with like the red and white stripes.
Oh yeah, the bomber jacket.
Yeah, it's like that leather jacket. It was his when he rode motorcycles when he was about my age at the time. It's like he gave me it as like a birthday present of like here, like winter's coming around. This doesn't fit me anymore. Yeah. This should fit you. And like I to this day wear it, right? And it's the bougiest fucking thing I've ever owned, right? It's made out of, because I've read the labels, it's made out of authentic Italian sheep leather, right? It is, I'll be honest, it's probably older than you, Fat Man T, right? That jacket's probably about fucking 60 years old. Because it was secondhand when my uncle fucking bought it. And like when he bought it back in like I think the 1970s, 1980s, I think it cost him like £500 back then. Which like for the 70s and 80s is a fuck ton of money. That's how good my uncle was doing at that age. Like my uncle Michael's always been really fucking good at making god awful like amounts of money because he's a wizard. But like fucking, I mean, like I'm not like he's a train engineer. Like like the safety manuals in the trains that the drivers read for like how to safely drive a train. He writes those. That's what his company does. They write the safety manuals for trains, and then he has employees that translate them to other languages.
Yes,
and then he sells them to those countries. Like the safety manuals right now on the trains in Japan. My uncle Michael wrote those.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, because one thing I'll go bring forward quickly is like it's one of the stupid things in this world now is back when I was growing up, being IT certified was a major thing,
Yeah, that was a big thing.
right? It
Yeah.
guaranteed you
Meant
make
you had big
shit ton of
brain.
money, right? But now it's so common that it's one of the box standard basic jobs that
Yeah.
everyone expect to have. Now, a more prestigious job was what's called the ship work, which was plumbers, electricians, because not a lot of them left. They can make fucking hundreds of thousands a year, more than
Yeah, like
these
easily.
tech bros can, because there's just not a lot of them. They can charge really goddamn well. Please, a general tip for anyone who's listening is if you want a secured life very quickly, very easily, right? Generally, forget about trying to get degrees, right?
Yeah, get a manual trade job.
Yeah, do a vocational job, plumbing, electrician, even bricky construction workers. They're all in high
painters.
demand and they all make decent kind of cash.
Yeah, even like being a painter, like someone that just like paints houses.
Paint decorators,
Like,
yeah.
and I don't mean that in the mafia. I mean that in the civilian way of painting houses. Like, I mean in the legal manner. I am not suggesting anyone join the mob as a hitman. I do not mean paint houses. I mean paint houses. Fucking.
I had an uncle who was doing it, right? And he was charging 100 quid per room.
Yeah.
You know, to do painting and decorating.
Anyway, right. So, I real quick, I'll be back in a minute. I need to pee. I've been holding a pee in for a half an hour, so I'm gonna go pee real quick. You guys carry on.
Yeah, he was charging 100 quid per room.
No.
Just to paint. I know an average family house, 3 bedrooms, bathroom, kitchen, living room, dining room. No, that's about £1,000 per house. And as a professional dating, you could probably go to 2 or 3 houses per day. Or house per day. Right? So that's like £7,000 at the end of the month. It's one of those stupid things about how society's changed. It shows the change between what I call manufacturing jobs, so like say steel workers, car builders, into the more tech world where everyone's vying for these so-called luxurious jobs, and they're just not there anymore. The idea of saying, well, I can replace you anytime I want is pretty much true in the tech world. You can drop one script writer, one code writer, and pick 2 more for your university. No problem. It's a disposable career.
I mean, the thing is as well is like you're especially with the technological jobs, is you're absolutely right when you say like the jobs aren't there at like anymore. It's like I experienced it fucking firsthand, like as a teenager, like even like just at high school. Of like the high school I went to had web development, you had game development, like you basically had all the tech fucking fields as lessons you could pick. And like when I was doing like my choices at high school, like I tried in third year to get into game development. Like I was rejected because the spaces had filled that quickly. I tried again in fourth year, was rejected again, right? At the end of fourth year, I'd applied to college and been accepted to college anyway, but I still had to do the paperwork for like my selections because I wasn't 16 yet. Like even though I was only going to be at school for a whole fucking week before I turned 16, I still had to fucking do it. So I fucking filled out the paperwork, and for a laugh, I was like, chance me arm, right? Put down for game development. Finally got into fucking game development.
Yeah.
Right, and rather than doing like the sensible thing, right, of he's never done it since fucking second year when it was mandatory, so we'll put him in with the third and fourth years, at the low end. No, straight into advanced higher game development, having never fucking programmed since I was in second year.
Oh,
So 3 fucking years of not programming straight into advanced higher.
Yeah.
And it's like I'm sat in the class surrounded by fucking dweebs that know how to fucking program in every fucking language going. Right? I barely remember how to use fucking Scratch, which is a drag and drop system. Right? I fucking the game dev teacher just fucking looked at me and went, Vegas, aren't you going to fucking college? And I was like, yeah, I start next week. Like, I'm done here in a week. Why are you in my class? You haven't done game dev since you were in second year. That was 3 years ago. I was like, you're telling me. Like, I don't know what to tell you here, Chief. Like, I've been doing the paperwork for 3 goddamn years. They finally gave me it, and I'm leaving next week. Like, I don't know. I'm as confused as you are.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's like when the tech market is at the point where even in education, right, in high school, you are hard pressed to get a position.
Yeah.
Right? To learn how to do this job. You like that should be your first clue of there's not going to be jobs by the time I'm done with education.
Yeah, it's
You know, like you got to remember, like that was like a medium sized high school of like about 1,500 pupils, right? With free teachers running classes of 300 kids, right? So 600 spaces to learn how to develop games, right? Out of 1,500 people,
yeah, and you
couldn't get in,
and get
right? Little over half.
You get the standards of like, oh, this next job, I need you to have 5 years experience first, because the market's so saturated with people looking for these jobs. That's a requirement you can put up saying, well, sorry, but you need to be. We can't train you. You need experience for this job in the first place. Well, I don't have it. I'm trying to. Well, sorry, but Jim over there has. So we're going to take him instead.
Even taking that out of the equation, because like that's true in every fucking industry these days. Like even taking that out of the equation of just like the basic math there of, you know, if like at the school level, you know, like if fucking only half of the kids can even learn to do this.
Yeah.
Never like, you know, like in one school. Right now, times that across the board for the entire, like every school in Britain, right? Of like you've got fucking, let's call it, say 3 million kids can learn how to do it out of say 7 million kids total, right? I know those numbers aren't correct, but fuck it, right? For the sake of math, right? 3 million kids out of 7 million get to actually like learn the bare bones basics, right? Of those 3 million kids, right? If we keep it the same of about half. 1.5 million, give or take, are going to be able to get into positions at university to learn the actual useful shit to go get a job in the field.
Yes.
Of that 1.5 million, you know, again, if we keep it at about half, that's what? About 750,000 of them are going to be able to go on to get jobs out of fucking 8 million.
It's even worse, right? So I did some maths on this about a year ago, right? Going to general statistic. Right, our university alone for people doing degrees in technology, like computer and stuff. For every million people who get that degree, there's about 10,000 tech jobs open up.
Give or take, yeah.
And that's like on the low end of things. On the high end of things, where degree are actually worth damn, you're talking that number's even smaller, about 1,000 to 3,000 open up per year. Now, of all those companies that exist that open up, only about 5% of those survive more than 4 years.
Yeah. Because it's like when I was doing youth work, it was something I always said to like a lot of the kids I worked with that like at the teenage years. You know, like if we were having like a conversation about like, you know, education and employment and stuff. It's like I'd say to a lot of the kids of like, I'd say to them, you know, like, what do you want to do? And they'd say something like saying, like, oh, I want to be a footballer, or, you know, I want to be a game developer, and like, you know, things like that. Like, I want to do tech or I want to do sports. And I'd have the same conversation with both of them of, I don't want to like burst your bubble. Like, if that's what you want to do, fantastic. Go do it. I am in no way saying don't try. What I am saying to you, however, is, you know, like just take a look around the room that you're in right now, right? Right, you want to be a footballer, right? Like, you know, you want to be the next Lionel Messi, right? You want to be the next number one footballer, right? Right, like look around the room, right? There's 300 kids in this room, right? Out of the 300 kids in here, how many of them do you think also want to be the next Lionel Messi? You know, like you can't have 300 Lionel Messis in the world, right? Yeah. Statistically, that's never going to happen, right? I'll give everyone in this room the benefit of doubt, right? Let's say the next Lionel Messi is in this room. It's only going to be one of you. It can't be all 300 of you. That means you've got a 1 in 300 shot of being Lionel Messi, right? It's just in this room, okay? The odds of Lionel Messi being in this room are pretty slim, right? But we'll pretend, okay?
Yeah.
So Lionel Messi's in here, right? 1 in 300, it's you, right? Now what you have to think is, you're not Lionel Messi today. You're not going to be Lionel Messi tomorrow, right? You got a couple of years before you're going to be Lionel Messi. To get to Lionel Messi levels, though, you have to get into an entry-level club at your age, be good at your age, go up to the next age group, continue to be at the top of your game. Like your life from today would have to be, you are the number one person in your age group for the rest of your career until you're about 30, right? kid, that's about 26 years of being the number one guy.
That's
You're gonna burn out. You're gonna be stressed as hell.
But if, right,
Like,
I've
I'm
got-
not saying it's impossible. I'm saying the math isn't in your favor here, little dude. Like, you want to do it. I'm not gonna say don't do it.
Yeah.
What I am saying though is, are you sure you want to be Lionel Messi? Because I don't think Lionel Messi wants to be Lionel Messi, and that's unfortunately just his name.
funny-
Like,
funny
he
enough-
didn't get a choice in the matter, but if he did, I bet he'd re-roll his character sheet.
Funny enough, right, I've actually got a direct anecdote to this. Right,
Mm.
is
Huh?
when I was younger, I played rugby. Right, I was very good at it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Right, I actually joined what's called the academy for rugby. Right, and I was on a semi-pro contract with the club I was at the time, and I was on track to join an actual pro league. It was the
Yeah.
Falcons I was going to. Right, which is a strong pro league in the rugby circuit.
Yeah.
I was told when I first joined the academy by my coach, when he sat me down and said, look, you're very good at this, but when you start, nothing stops you, right? Because I played a forward, and like I say, I just ran over people my age group like a truck. It was quite horrifying
Yeah.
and fun at the same time,
Like that's rugby.
right?
Yeah.
And my coach sat down and goes, first thing you need to learn is pick something outside rugby to learn as a career,
Yeah.
whatever it is.
100%.
Because your career can be ended next tomorrow in a bad thing.
Yeah.
And it happened to me.
Mm.
I entered a tournament. It was the last tournament before I was 16. I was due next week to sign a contract to move me up to go to the Falcons in the under 16 bracket, whereas I started getting paid decent money.
Yeah.
And at that tournament, was last free tournament I did, I got bad tackled, which blew both my knees out.
Ooh.
Right? That didn't end my career right away. My teacher at school ended my career by forcing me to play football, where I had to rest up for 6 months to make sure my knees were okay, and she destroyed the rest of my kneecaps, my knees.
Ah.
That required surgery, and even the surgery wouldn't guarantee me to get back into rugby, but we're talking now, I'll get the surgery and I'll be in a wheelchair for 6 months while my knees healed. And that's when I switched off guns, right? Again, that's essentially my career over with in rugby, and I moved on to other things. Football, like I say, that type of thing is the same way, which I don't tell kids. It's like, oh yeah, become spark. You can do it. You know, put all your effort in, because I've seen a lot in, like, especially in American football. The
Yeah.
parents push kids only into the American football and forget to say, look, your career could end in a bad tackle tomorrow on the field.
Yeah,
At high
like
school
what
level.
one bad hit
Yeah.
to your quad and that's you. Like that's your fucking career.
Yeah.
Like
Fighting
like,
else is passionate.
yeah, like especially like with American sports. Like I've seen so many cases of that with like American like youth sports, like little league baseball.
Yeah.
Like I know like baseball isn't exactly like an in sport. Like do you know how many times a fucking year like a news story comes out where like some fucking like 9-year-old has had their baseball career ended because like a fucking like they were like the pitcher or something threw the ball, it got whacked back, hit them in the knee wrong, and blew their kneecap out.
Yeah.
And now they'll
I've-
never walk straight again.
I've never heard
Dude, it genuinely happens like fucking 8 times a year. It's insane.
Yeah.
And that's at the little league level where they're little
Oh.
kids with like maximum safety gear.
Or like,
Now
say-
imagine what your odds are of that happening at the top end in the MLB where you've got like a helmet and that's it.
It's
That's
it.
your
There's
safety.
many,
gear.
there's loads of like, people playing at high school level with baseball as well that rip their
Yeah.
rotator cuff to shreds as pitchers.
Yeah,
and
or like
pitching
Or like they
careers
shatter their elbow like fucking like when they like actually bat the ball because that much force went through their fucking system.
Yeah.
You know, like no, it's like when it comes to sports, your career can end. Fuck, your career can end before you even get out in the field. Your career can end in the gym the day before the match
yes.
because you lifted a weight wrong and your asshole came out.
what?
Yeah, that certainly happens.
Yeah,
But
it's
the
called
other-
red socking. It's not fun.
But then you get parents like my parents never forced me on one career path to do that. My dad
Yeah.
basically said, if you want to do this, do it. You know,
Yeah.
be the best at it, but also like said, always have a backup plan in case something goes wrong.
Yeah,
I think a lot of parents they do this, particularly around sports and acting, is they force a kid to put everything into that one little basket.
Yeah, and then something happens, and then what
Yeah.
now?
yeah. Like that's one thing I will give my parents a lot of credit for is they never pushed me into shit.
Yeah.
They did like a lot of the, especially the more like dangerous sporting activities I did when I was younger. They were for the most part my choice. You know, it's like with like martial arts and karate. It's like the reason like my parents started like having me do karate was because I was getting bullied at school and they wanted me to be able to defend myself. You know, but these like it was one of the few times like my parents had a conversation with me as a kid. You know, where they sat me down to like, look, the bullying at school is becoming a fucking problem. Like, we're kind of sick of taking you to hospital with concussions and shit. Here's what we're thinking. We're thinking, you know, like there's a dojo, they do karate. You know, like we'll take you there. You know, fucking once a week, you learn karate, you can defend yourself. You know, like I was given the choice. You know, like, cause I'm similar to Fat Man T. I didn't get to Fat Man T's level, but I played rugby a little bit in school. You know, like it was my choice. You know, like it started when I was at primary school. My primary school had a rugby team when I was in primary 7. I don't know what age group that is for the Americans, but pre-high school age, like I guess middle school-ish. Yeah, like junior high, middle school-ish.
Yeah.
Kind of age. Like my primary school had their own rugby team. You had to be primary 7 to join. I was in primary 7, and I was asked by the school because they were a couple players short if I would be interested because I was a big dude. You know, and I was like, yeah, I'm down. I'll play some rugby. You know, like that carried on in high school. You know, and like, you know, like when I said to my mom, like when I was going into high school, like, hey, look, I want to keep doing rugby at high school. Like she was worried. You know, she was like, oh Jesus, I'm gonna get phoned to the school every fucking 2 weeks with because you've got a broken collarbone. Because at this point, I'd had my hypermobility diagnosis, so everyone involved was well aware there was a good chance I was gonna dislocate my knee trying to tackle a guy. You know, but none of us gave a shit. You know, like my mum still had that concern. You know, and like she had that conversation of, if you want to do it, I'm not going to stop you, but I'm going to worry. You know, it's like, yeah, fair. I'm going to worry too, but fuck it. Like, you know, like the way I've always justified, especially like with sport, the way I've always justified it is either way, especially with the hypermobility, I'm going to be a cripple at some point anyway.
Yeah,
Fuck
so
it.
might as well, like, you know.
Yeah, like if I'm gonna wind up in a wheelchair at some point anyway in my fucking life, I'd like a say in the matter.
Yeah, it's
You know,
like if I'm a
like I'd rather it happen like
goddamn terms.
yeah, like I'd rather end up wheelchair bound at the age of 16 because I took a bad tackle playing fucking rugby or field hockey or something, versus I got to the age of 40 and my spine decided it doesn't want to behave anymore and decided to turn into a fucking slinky. Because all of my vertebral discs have decided to become dust. Like
anyway, like let's look back around to like this topic of like the parenting stuff and the kids.
Yeah.
It's where the world is. We all trained like within the generations, the current generations. Is the job you want is that, you know, that high-fangled office job, you know, work for this big company to, you know, be secure with the benefits, right? But then, as a family person, you're neglecting your kids because both parents are in these offices, you know, or jetting off for half around the bastard world to try and scrape a measly morsel of like 50 grand to 75,000 a year, where the guy who's a plumber is putting in 200-300 quid a year. You know, bought his house,
grand.
has a car, 200 grand. You know, and then back home by 5 o'clock to talk to his kids.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, it's not,
Yeah,
it's not glamorous
100%.
work, but you've just left university with 100,000 grand in fucking debt. You've got to try and pay off the rest of your damn life. And you're constantly stressed because you're spending 80, 90 hours a week at an office job where you hate yourself.
Yeah.
You know, and then you go, oh, I'm going to have a family. Well, I've got to go to work tomorrow, so hang on. There you go. Nanny, easy kid, and I'm off.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
you know, again, yeah,
No,
but if I make a CEO job, that manager job, I'll be one more. Yeah, what's the odds of getting there? Your company has what? 1,000 people working in that one office building?
yeah,
What's the odds of you getting that promotion? It's the thing when people say, I want
Exactly.
to be an actor. Right, I get on.
yeah.
to
It's like
it's like
100%. Like, because you like, especially with cause acting's similar to sport in that regard. Of what I was saying earlier, of
Yeah.
to make it in acting, you have to be the best of the best the whole fucking career. One bad performance, that's you.
Yeah.
That could be your career there and then. You know, like you say like you're still like an up and coming actor. like fucking, still doing stage shows instead of camera work, right? You do one bad performance, and it just so happens to be the day there's a fucking talent scout in the audience.
Yeah.
That's your career. That's you. You're done.
The problem
That's your career fucking done.
Oh.
You are blacklisted there and then of cannot fucking act.
Yeah, again, it's one of those things. I think it's also wrong in the acting community world. If everyone pushes say, well, you're not acting to on TV or in a movie,
Yeah.
right?
I mean, it's these days not so much. That's not so much the world like of acting these days. Like I certainly never experienced that when I was doing acting of someone saying shit like that. But I think it is still a little bit like today, like in the back of your head when you're acting of, I can't call myself an actor till I've done Broadway or I've been on TV or something like that. Till you've hit like one of those monumentous, oh shit, I made it moments.
I remember I was reading. Oh no, I was reading. It was a book written by Stewart, right? People know that's General Picard from Star Trek.
Yeah.
Whereas most people known as Echo.
What?
Not you.
He's talking to the dog,
Oh.
you idiot.
Enough. Enough. Let me set him off. Enough.
Fuck it.
Right? And he says he made most of his money doing stage plays rather than TV and movies.
Yeah.
And guys, people forget that. Every actor recently, I'm saying, always pushing for that TV or that movie slot. Is it? They forget that stage plays is where acting started, and it's not like you won't make millions, but it's a constant steady income by doing this.
Exactly.
Rather than fighting
Like, especially if you're part of like an acting troupe.
It's fighting a 1 million chance of getting, that £1 million TV deal.
Yeah.
Go to theatre, and you probably top out about 300,000 for yearly income. But that's 300,000 constantly.
Yeah, it's like a couple £100 like a night, but like a couple £100 a night, 3 nights a week. Fucking 8 months out of the year. That ain't that bad actually.
Yeah, it's stable.
Like fucking like you can get all 12 if you want to do a bit of panto on the side and all. Fucking in the winter months.
Yeah. And that's the thing that people forget, that those career paths exist because, sparkly over here. Or again for us, right? Yeah, we're technically theoretically influencers in the loosest
I don't want to be classified as an influencer. Please no.
Unfortunately, you're like technically we're content creators versus influencers,
Yes.
but same difference.
Yeah.
Again, like I say, this space is so saturated with people saying, "Oh, my job in the future is going to be influencer or content creator." Good luck.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
Good
Good
luck
luck.
doing the back end of that before you start.
Yeah, you genuinely like today you have got a better chance at winning the fucking lottery than you do making it as a content creator.
Yeah.
Like so you guys, at least Scotty, you know that Jade used to stream a lot, right?
Yeah.
The reason he stopped doing that was because he needed a better way to make money. So like he started doing what he's doing now, like looking after grandmas. But
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's the entire reason Jaden stopped streaming, because it wasn't like don't get him wrong. He loves doing it. Like I know he loves doing it. Like there are so many like fun moments just doing stupid shit on he's streaming on Twitch, but it just doesn't play.
I did the math for this, right? In order for to do this as a career where we don't have to care about anything and to live decently,
Yeah,
right? We will need a minimum of about 100,000 subscribers and an average watch time of 50,000 per episode we do in a month.
Yeah.
Right?
oh god.
And that will net us about 10 grand in that month.
Huh.
Which would put us in the top 1% of of content creators.
Yeah,
Now on Twitch, you know what the top 1% consists of?
Russian Badger.
No. Right? If you have one viewer per stream, you're the top 1% of Twitch streamers.
What? Oh,
There's that many people that stream on Twitch every single fucking day that if you have a single viewer, you are by default at the top 1%.
huh.
Like your streamers like Moist Critical and shit, they get like hundreds of thousands of viewers on their stream. That's the top 1% of the top 1% of the top 1%.
Oh,
They're like the hyper anomaly like guys.
Yeah. On YouTube, the average subscription count is about 60,000, where you can quit your day job and run your YouTube content, which makes your life comfortable.
Yeah.
To like would expect like an office job or something like that. And again, you've got to maintain that by. I say we could push a show to be that level, right? But they're talking that streaming 3 hours a day every day, as well as doing
that's like 7 days a week. Fucking 4 weeks a month. 12 months a year. We only do 3 nights a week, and it's stressful as fuck.
yeah.
That's
So it already feels like we ain't got time to do other shit in our day.
That's also
Honestly, like because at least with me, right now, actually even back when I back at home when I go back to my other job, I get up, I do something for a couple hours, I have to go to work, and then I come back and I've got maybe half an hour to take a shit, get in the shower, get all that stuff sorted. We do the podcast on those days. I can't imagine having to do that like every day of the week.
Yeah,
no.
also you got to when we go to the
fuck
stream.
that.
Then we've got to make videos, post videos, manage
Yeah.
shorts, manage the social media, make sure our algorithms running correctly, make sure
I think
content meets
all three of us would kill ourselves.
an algorithm.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. Like
That's it. When me and Vic started the channel, it was basically us just shouting into the void. That's what we did. If we make money off this, so be it. But we never expect.
We still are yelling into the void. It's just you've gained enough.
but it's still that same thing of like, even now, like where we do sometimes have viewers, it's still like, odds are this is never making money, and that's fine.
Yeah.
I have no illusions of grandeur of like I'm probably gonna die dirt poor. It's fine. This show is probably not gonna be the thing that does it, but fuck it, it's a vibe. And if I'm wrong, I make $1 million off it. I make $1 million off it.
Scotty, if you ever come to us and tell us that you're rich, I'm going to assume because you found a block of cocaine and you fucking sold it.
Chief, do you have any idea how little money a brick of cocaine is worth?
This economy's not worth very low.
Like a full brick, like the brick most people imagine, you're talking about 5 kilos. That's like 30K. In the drug world, that's nothing.
That's still a decent amount of money.
It's really not.
Echo, this is the thing, right? With the context I have, like the contacts, that I have, I could move back to Scotland tomorrow, enter the drug business, and start pulling 100 grand a month. 30 grand in the drug world is fucking no money. That is bottom of the barrel drug dealer money.
I mean, right? Give you an idea, Echo. Right? You know the cost of living in the UK, right? Is what we classify as a poverty line and below. Is about 10 grand a year.
Yeah.
Right? And that's basically being able to eat. If you're lucky. We can't find I'm spending 1,300 quid a year on electric alone. In my house. There's 2 of us living in it.
Yeah.
Right?
For context, with the poverty line thing, I make 6 grand a year.
Yes.
I don't even know how much I make.
I can guarantee it's a lot more than 6 fucking grand a year.
Given the American economy and your job, you're probably doing the 20, probably yearly income of about 20, net or about 15.
What do you get paid like in a month after tax?
I get paid 2 weeks, and it's about.
Okay,
what do you make every 2 weeks?
My payments it's normally like in the 190 like 200-ish kind, so I'm making like 400-ish a month, give or take.
400 a month times 12, so 4, 8, 12, 16, give or take.
And that's if like I don't get a call from my boss saying, "Hey, like the shit you work on didn't get delivered today, so just don't come in. We don't have anything for you to work on. Because that I've had that happen. Like that happens so much at my job because the delivery company we use is so inconsistent with when they deliver. It's not even funny. I've had a full week where I didn't like there was just no work for me to do. And while I'm not complaining, while I am complaining, but I'm not complaining at the same time. Like I didn't have to go into work, but at the same time, don't make money.
Right, I go to see. Right, he's based for you, but as a comparison pay wise, if you got certified as a plumber, as a journeyman plumber, which is the basic bottom of the barrel one, right? You're making 400 quid of money an hour. Just like unblocking people's shit pipes.
Yeah.
Right? And be honest, it's not hard getting certified as a journeyman.
I mean, realistically, plumbing in general ain't fucking hard.
So we start getting gas. It's like gas plumbing where it gets a bit more complicated.
A lot.
Yeah.
And
But
that's one of the point I'm trying to make out in the show at the moment today. Is it's the world has shifted so far into the idea of AI and technology.
Yeah.
That a lot of the infrastructure jobs are so open and available that you can make silly money.
What, do I have a contagious head?
Doing these jobs.
I mean, 100%, yeah. Like,
yeah, they're a bit more physical and uncomfortable at times. But I'd rather spend 8 hours outdoors in this like damp weather and pull in 5 times what some poor bugger is sitting in an office for 18 hours a day.
We do it for everything.
I know.
And what if I could pay rent tomorrow?
I mean, yeah. At the same time, though, for me, it's like it's the damp part where I'm like, like, see if it was like piss wet through wet, yeah, happily. If it was like fucking like nice warm weather, happily. Like see it damp. I'd have to make Elon money to deal with damp. I fucking hate damp weather. Piss wet through weather. I'll do it for that kind of money we're talking about here, right? Fucking heat waves. I'll do it for that kind of money we're talking about. Damp, fuck off. I want a couple of $1 million an hour. Damp.
What have I come back to?
The most British conversation in the world. I'm complaining about damp weather. Like I fucking despise damp. It's my least favorite kind of weather. It's just damp.
Yeah.
Right. I would rather work on a power line 120 feet off the fucking ground, surrounded by high voltage metal in a thunderstorm. I would rather do that than do anything outdoors when it's damp. Because I hate damp. I despise it.
I would go comparison on like this reality versus like bullshit. Is the friend we like bitch about. He called me the other day and I was asking about if I could make him a set of knife, fork, and spoon.
Yes.
Who did?
It's a dickhead friend of ours.
Is it the vampire?
Yes, it's the vampire. It's always the fucking vampire, Echo.
Well, just lead with that next time.
We're carrying the Viking at the moment.
Okay, lead with that. Like, and I'll know who you're talking about.
Well, no, because you're still gonna ask, do you mean the vampire?
He asked me how much I'll charge to make a set. Right? And I said about 50, 60 quid. His first words to me was, but I get a handmade set from Amazon for 25. And you won't, because I know for a fact that stainless steel alone would cost me 50 quid.
Yeah.
Just get a block in to start making that stuff out of.
Yeah, the ones he's talking about on Amazon are fucking machine pressed and made in Pakistan.
Made in Urkadurkistan.
Yeah,
no,
literally.
Pakistan.
It's one of those stupid things that people keep going about, say, with like blacksmithing and bladesmithing. Is generally I can make my little everyday carry knife I spent a couple hours making. Right, it's worth about 100 quid because materials, time and effort went into making it. Then if you say, well, I buy something similar from Amazon for like $5. Go ahead, see how long it lasts you for. Even down like in my profession when I was a chef. You know, I've got chef knives I've got when I was at college. I still use.
Yes.
And I refuse to give them up. In fact, one of my favorite knives I've got is, because you were there when I bought it, was my Chinese cleaver I bought for 10 quid.
Yes. Beautiful
Huh.
blade.
And I use that every day. Right? We got, like say, well, public chef knives called G-Force. They're about £300 per blade.
Fucking hate G-Force blades so
I
fucking much.
despise the damn things.
Why do you
They're
hate it?
so shit.
Because
I was J-Force blades are the only fucking knife I've ever held in my life that went from surgical scalpel sharp to fucking butter knife blunt in a single cut.
What? What?
yeah, the
Legitimately, like this thing, right? It's like I was working in the kitchen, right? I was a porter inside kitchen. I was doing dishes, right? And I heard, right, the worst thing you can hear in a kitchen. I heard a line chef yell "fuck," right, with extreme aggression. This is never a good thing, right? So I turn around on instinct, ready to dodge a flying frying pan, assuming I'd fucked something up. Turn around, right? And instead of a frying pan, what I see flying through the air is a fucking knife. So I duck, right? And fucking dunk, right? This fucking knife dings into the fucking wall, right? Fucking like dart style, right? Just fucking bang into the fucking tiles, right? Fucking embeds itself. So I get up, I fucking yank it out of the wall, right? I go around and I'm like, what the fuck? You nearly killed me. You know, and the chef's like, I'm sorry, like it's a piece of shit. Fucking right. I made one fucking cut and it's already fucking blunt. I was like, you didn't sharpen it right then, right? Yeah, the fucking chef, like I'm a fucking like an 18, 19-year-old fucking porter. You know, he's like, what the fuck do you know? And it's like, give me 20 minutes. Right. So I fucking went outside, right? Fucking I went and grabbed my bag. So I usually like back then I usually had sharpening shit on me because it was a hobby of mine. Right. Went outside with my bag, fucking sat, and I sharpened this fucking knife up for him, right? It's G-Force piece of shit. Right, fucking sharpened it up with my grindstone and shit. Took it back in, went, right, I've sharpened it fucking properly now. Fucking watch this, right? Grabbed like a bit of fucking, I think it was like a chicken breast or something, right? Basic thing to cut, right? Cut it with the grain and everything. So it was the simplest piece of work for a knife to do. Did the cut, smooth, easy shit. Went to do a second cut, scrapey, tuggy, pulley. The whole fucking length.
What?
Single cut. I'd gone from a surgical scalpel to a fucking butter knife, cutting a chicken breast with the fucking grain. At which point I proceeded to throw the knife back into the same fucking hole in the wall it had made earlier, and swore off ever touching a G-Force blade again in my fucking life, because I'd never had a bit of metal go that blunt that fucking quickly.
Oh, the chipping as well, those fucking blades.
Oh yeah, that fucking they chip so bad. Words cannot fathom the hatred I hold towards G-Force blades. They're so shit. Right? I have a set of knives at my mother's house, right? That I bought from Asda when I was 18 for fucking, I think it was like 1999. Right? It's a set of 6 fucking chef's knives, right? Cheap as shit, just dog shit knives. And they are some of the best fucking kitchen knives I've ever fucking owned. Right? I've sharpened the set exactly once in my fucking life since I bought them. They are still razor sharp. Right? They're still surgical sharp.
You do compare it. I've bought numerous knives for camping over the years, right? And I've used and broke a load. I have my tribal knife, which was made in Africa over a fucking bed frame with 2 rocks. Holds an edge better than some of the camp knives on the market these days.
Oh yeah.
And they're costing £300, £400, £600 per blade.
Yeah, and that African dagger was what? A jar of coffee?
A jar of military coffee. About 10
Yeah.
quid. There's Nescafe, I believe, as well.
Probably. Like, like it doesn't make fucking sense.
And I put down trees with that fucking thing.
And it's still in great condition. Like it wants a new handle, like by the end of the decade. But other than that,
yeah,
it's still in fucking, like, the blade part itself is in great shape. And we can't begrudge the handle part too much because it's made out of fucking bone. It's a bone handle. I'm surprised it's still intact.
And I used to get poultry.
Yeah, like a bone handle will usually last you like a decade, maybe 2. that thing's about 40 fucking years old and still feels like it's about 2 years old. It's great.
I think it is total.
Yeah, like it feels like it feels like it's no older than maybe 4 or 5 years old.
Yeah.
Where it's like you can kind of feel it's starting to be a bit loose and you can see like some gaps. Like it doesn't look its age at all.
Yeah.
You know, and it was made by an African tribal over a fucking campfire out of an old bit of bed frame inside of a satellite dish using 2 rocks as a hammer and anvil.
Yeah. That's
Like-
generally how it was made.
You know, whereas fucking you go on the internet and buy a fucking $2,000 camp knife and it snaps the second you breathe on it wrong.
Yeah.
Right, I got like me and Temporary went camping. He bought a brand new
Why would you go camping with him?
so I enjoyed camping.
Yeah.
But I know, but why would you willingly go into wilderness with that creature?
It was more case I had to go watch his ass so he didn't die.
And also because if you go deep enough into the woods, there's no witnesses.
And he generally
Oh,
Sadly, they didn't get deep enough into the woods, so I still have to put up with fucking vampire.
he generally bought a three. I took me tribal knife with me, and he generally bought a £500 machete camp combo thing. It looked a bit like them stupid oversized Rambo knives.
Yeah.
One of
Yeah.
those, right? And one of the woods.
I have one of those, not because I just think it looks cool, so I just have it on a shelf.
Throw it away. It's useless.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm never gonna use it. I just have it there.
Right? And again, this was exactly okay I cut down. It was in the way of we can't need firewood. Right? You know, it was slightly rotten, so I was going to move out the way anyway. Right? I started cutting into it, and I've got a perfect knife that's better than that. 2 swings, his knife snapped in half
Ooh.
Yeah.
in the middle of the blade. And my African knife went straight to the tree and chopped down an oak tree. He was pissed at that. And that just like sums up the world of like manufacturing these days.
100%. Like shit
Yeah.
just isn't built to last anymore.
I think one thing I won't trust, right, is a machine pressed horseshoe.
Oh fuck that. Yeah. Fuck that to the moon. As a horse person, no. Absolutely fucking not.
I've seen a lot of those on the market these days. Manufactured horseshoes.
Yeah. No, if I got a reshoe a horse, I'm phoning a fucking farrier and I'm watching that motherfucker beat that into shape.
Yeah.
Fuck that shit.
But it happened. It was one of the Grand Nationals that had sponsor from like this manufacturer that made them. So the horses got shod in these mass-produced shoes. Right, I've never seen so many split hooves by the end of that race. Again, that race is on soil, so it's soft by default. I think like over half the horses had split hooves by the time they finished
Ugh.
the run.
But you mean, in fairness, the Grand National is already like one of the worst fucking horse races in the country because it's just horribly unsafe for the horses. But
Yeah.
you know, it doesn't stop me watching and betting on it every year. But that's because I'm a fucking moralist heathen.
You see the point, like
You know,
right, if half the horses have got split hooves from wearing the same type of shoe,
yeah,
Scotty,
there's something wrong
no.
with the fucking shoe.
Scotty, you would bet on like when cancer patients would die or something.
that's legitimate. Bet you can do.
I would say, A, that's a thing you can do. B, I have done that.
Yeah, my point is proven. Why is that a thing?
Money.
It started off in 2000 when a guy got cancer, and he bet on himself that he would live past a certain time period. And I think his odds were something like 590 to 1. And that's. And so the bookie guys work with him, I bet against another guy walking up with him. I would have bet that saying he would die within this time frame. And that started a whole more thing of people cancer putting bets on themselves to live and people betting against them dying.
Yeah.
Huh.
Essentially, that's what life insurance companies do as well,
Technically, yes.
theoretically.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Echo, this is what you have to understand. Not just about me with gambling, but just British gambling in general. I've put money on hobo fights.
Yes.
I've genuinely gambled on hobo fights.
I think gambling,
Like,
gambling in general, like say you play poker with your friends, Right? You're betting your friend's so shit at this game that you're taking all his money off him.
Yeah.
And that's your friend.
Yeah.
You know, in a more professional setting, you're basically hoping that he's going to lose his title life savings to your ass
Yes.
and not be able to pay rent next week to win. That's the dark nature of gambling.
Especially like competitive gambling, where it's like you versus like another like person.
Yeah.
It's why like I don't play like a lot of poker anymore, or a lot of like competitive gambling, where it's me versus another bog standard dude. Like if I'm gambling these days, I mostly stick to games that are like me versus the house. You know, like games like blackjack and baccarat, and you know, like on the odd occasion slot machines and horse racing, things like that. Where like if I win, like it's the casino that's fucked, not Gary, the forklift operator.
Yeah.
With casinos, I've seen people put the whole paycheck saying, "Well, if I win big with this, I can buy myself. I can pay off my mortgage." You just put your
Yeah.
mortgage payment in the fucking pot, you idiot.
Yeah, and it's like, yeah, but if you lose, you're not paying your mortgage this month, and you're gonna lose the house, you fuckhead.
Yeah.
You know, it's why I always say to people with gambling, it's like if you're going to gamble, don't try and gamble with more money than you're willing to lose. If you're going to miss that money tomorrow, if you lose, don't fucking gamble it.
Yeah. With being with Dad,
Yeah, like-
when you say Dad worked on slot machines and casinos, he always said against, right, if you had the money earmarked, even for like saying a holiday or buy a new video game, don't put it in the slot machine. Only if you can spend it and completely not care about it, then maybe do it. Even then, have a second think about it.
Yeah.
No, could you buy a burger with that instead of putting it in the slot machine? That's more value than trying to gamble on this.
Yeah, it's like I've always had a rule when it comes to in-person slot machines, of I'll only gamble on a slot machine if it quote unquote, it's the same rule my dad has, is that the slot machine has to sing to me, if that makes sense. It has to be a thing of like I'm like, you know, like say I'm in like a pub or something and there's a slot machine there. It has to like just catch my attention and just be something about it. I can't tell you what it is about it, but if that slot machine just has that one to it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it has to have that kind of draw for me of there's something about that slot machine that says fucking play me. You know, then I'll go because that slot machine wants me for a reason. I'll go because I've had it before. Like I'll walk into a pub and it's just, you know, like fucking there's a slot machine there. It's like, there's nothing about that today. And you know, 2 or 3 weeks later, I'm in the same pub and all of a sudden it's like, that slot machine's fucking talking to me. I'm gonna go fucking put some cash in it. You know, fucking throw a fiver at it. Ding, 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 ding. 40 quid. There we go. You know, fucking, you know, like, it doesn't happen every time. It happens a lot of the time where it's like, you know, I went in a pub 1 week and I'm not interested in the machine. 3-4 weeks later, it's singing at me and it's like, oh, look at that. 40 quid. Fucking, there we go.
I mean, it's one of the reasons
You know,
I
I put
don't.
£2 in. Job done.
I don't play poker. I don't play any gambling game anymore. Like 'cause I used to play poker at college, and that money got me through college.
Yeah.
But it got to the point where I knew it was like, well, if I want to hang out with friends or I need to buy a new knife, I need this money. Right? I learned how to manipulate the decks in such a way that I could cheat with people. Not even see it. Even professional poker players couldn't see me do it. On how I can shuffle a deck. And that. And I got to the point where when I finished college, like, fuck it. Right? I'm working now. I'm not touching this again. Not for money.
Yeah.
Because that mindset is, if I'm touching money, I need to win this. I can't lose because I'll lose that money. And that's not the right mindset to have when you gamble.
Oh, it's really not. It's a really unhealthy mindset to gamble with.
Yeah.
And that's what
Like, that's how gambling addictions happen. Yeah.
There's 2 types of gambling addicts in the world. It's those who need win money back and believe they can. They're that one big payout and it's set for life. Or those ones who's chasing the high of, I was right. I bet it all and I was right to bet it.
You know, like then I mean, in first the way I gamble isn't that healthy either. To be fair, like, because I still have like that kind of mentality, a little bit of like fucking, you know, I can win. I'm gonna be that guy that fucking becomes the next Mickey Mays and fucking brings down Vegas. And it's like statistically, no, the fuck, I'm not.
What are you, the fucking
my ass? I'm not Himothy.
What are you? What are you?
Fucking,
I was gonna say, what are you, the courier from fucking? It's
yeah, it's like statistically, I am far from Himothy, but fucking, it's fun to dream in it. You know, like
Yeah, there's a lot of systems.
You know, like if I'm gambling, I'm always sat there like being like, this is the day I'm fucking him. You know, I'm gonna walk away from the session with fucking $8,000. It's gonna be great. It's like I've got 20 quid in fucking like in my gambling account. Best case scenario, I'm walking away with like £100. I'm not fucking him, if I'm not filling this into a fucking multi-million goal, but a motherfucker can dream.
My best friend is a team of guys from university, and they were doing a study on like, gambling machines and stuff like that, and how gambling works.
Mhm.
And I teamed up with them,
Yeah.
and this is the reason why I'm banned from every casino in England.
Oh God.
Yeah, is in England there's no law against using a device to help you gamble and beat the odds.
Correct.
Yeah.
So we decided to test them all out, see how many of them worked.
Oh
Yes.
boy.
Yeah, we walked in there with £100, and I was the main gambler, and we walked out with £100, which I donated to charity later on because again it was the only ethical study. Now the techniques we used was
What charity did you donate it to?
I think it was cancer research at the time.
Ah, nice.
One of the things we use, and I can tell them because I remember, is there's a ring you can buy online, which you put in your hand, you tap it against the side of the slot machine, and it automatically rings up the jackpot by aligning the magnets inside. That ring costs you about £10 to buy.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah. There is
You diddled that casino, didn't you?
Oh, it gets better.
Yeah.
There's a device called a card automatic scammer. Right? And what you basically do is when you play a game like blackjack, you type in what the cards are of the table that comes out. Right? You only do about 10 hands. Right? Then the computer in the pocket automatically predicts which card is going to come out with a 94% accuracy rating.
Oh.
The thing is though is I don't like those machines, right? Like I don't like them for a very particular reason of if you like practice for about 6 months for an hour a day every day, you can do the exact same math in your own head with 99% accuracy.
Again,
So why the fuck am I buying a machine to do a thing I can just teach myself how to do?
there's another one
like-
we had for the craps table, which measured the level of the table using a laser and the felt depth, and predicted how the dice fell. With again with about 80% accuracy
Hmm.
on that one. Baccarat table, similar thing with a different device. What got us kicked out and banned, right, was roulette table. Right? Because the only device I had my roulette table was called a micro induction switch, which basically turns on any power, any electromagnet within a certain range.
Yeah.
So I had this on, and all I did was kept flicking it on, so the ball landed roughly where I wanted to, within reason. Right?
Yeah.
And they said, you're cheating. And I point out to the staff, only the device works is you're cheating first. Because only the device works is electromagnets on that wheel.
That's the one thing about casinos is they do not fucking appreciate it when you catch them cheating.
Yeah.
That is genuinely that is the fastest way to get banned from a casino. It's not to cheat, it's to catch them cheating and call them out on it.
Yeah.
That is the fastest way to get banned from a casino.
And the point of the trying to make is you lift them up and you see them melt weights on new roulette wheels.
Hmm.
Always try to say that's for balance of the wheel.
It's not.
Those electromagnetic plates designed to pull the steel ball to other places. It's always a steel ball they use for it. And that's the very reason why they do it. And that's
Yeah,
why
you
I'm
say
proud.
that, but like rather interestingly, in Vegas, steel balls are banned. Not allowed to use the steel ones in Las Vegas anymore. They've moved to I think it's a polycarbonate fucking plasticky mix thing. They're like 3D printed.
Yeah,
Huh.
the net one in Vegas now use a different cheating method.
Yeah, it's called muscle memory.
Yeah.
The roulette dealers in Vegas have like most of them have been like roulette dealers for so long they can like just spin the wheel and spin the ball and have it land in a free number range.
Oh. Jesus.
With quite terrifyingly a 97.6% accuracy.
Yeah, because the speed of the wheel versus the speed of the ball launched and the angle the ball is launched from.
Yes,
There's a device to calculate that as well. It exists in the market.
there is, yes, but again, it's one of those things of like again, 2-3 hours at the table just watching how the dealer does, and you can figure out his pattern and rev him.
Now again, these devices are legal to use in England, illegal in America. You will be arrested for those because classified as fraud.
Yes.
Yeah, but doing that
Yeah.
will be banned from every casino for life in England and Scotland.
Rather interestingly, though, there is not a single country in the world where card counting is considered illegal. It's only considered against the rules of the casino, meaning
Yes.
you can be banned from a casino but not sent to prison for card counting.
Yeah.
Do with that information what you will.
Because it's classified as skill, not a cheat.
Well, legally it's classified as a skill, not a cheat, whereas for the casinos, they consider it an advantage. It makes you an advantaged player,
Gives you
because
advantage
that's
of
what
both the
casinos
odds.
call you these days. Yes, casinos don't call you a card counter. What they call you is an advantaged player.
It gives you odds above and beyond what it's expected the average person to have.
Yes.
That's why they've specialized casinos now for what they call advanced players. Where they do things that try and beat the advanced, like the automatic shoe, which has 19 decks in it, which fire at a
Yes.
random pattern.
And even those are fucking countable.
Yes, as long as you know the
It's
algorithm.
much more difficult, but it's still very doable.
All you need to get your hands on the algorithm the device uses.
Oh, motherfucker, you don't even need the fucking algorithm. You can still do basic fucking +1, -1 fucking card counting and get away with it.
Oh, my favorite one is
It's just a lot harder.
the virtual poker table. So there's no physical
See,
cards
the-
they have to be able to fiddle with or that thing. Again, it's one of those things that's algorithm based.
The thing is that the virtual ones are better for like preventing like advantage players, because like they are just complete random RNG. Like especially like the really high end ones that casinos do use. It's like they're damn near impossible to predict. The problem is though is they're so fucking abusable for the casino themselves to start cheating against you.
Yeah, that a lot of players don't like it.
You know, like yeah, like I don't like virtual cards like that. I refuse outright a lot of the time. Like if it's for like actual money, like no, if I'm playing for money, I want physical fucking cards. Fuck you.
Yeah.
You know, like I just to absolutely make sure, because like I will fully admit I'm cheating my ass off. I will fully fucking admit that I card count. Like I'll admit that happily. You know, like. You know, I don't mind. You know, if I'm cheating, yeah, fair enough. The casino can cheat a little bit. Like that's just fair. But I draw the line at I am physically incapable of cheating, and they are. Like that's what I draw the line of. That's just unfair.
Yeah, because
You know, like if they're allowed to cheat and I'm not capable of cheating at that, that's just not fair. Whereas with physical cards, we can both cheat, so it's fair.
yeah, it's one of those things. You know, I realized we've gone for a while and we haven't got to the topic we're supposed to talk about. We've got to a much
Yeah,
more interesting
no, we
topic.
haven't. Yeah, fuck it. Fuck the original topic. It doesn't matter.
The economy
What was
and
the
parenting.
original?
The economy and
We were,
parenting.
we were, yeah, like we were just gonna talk about the fucking like the Game Awards results, but fuck it, I genuinely don't care.
Yeah. The parenting topic, I think, it was a more interesting discussion.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I would have just been getting mad at Expedition.
I still don't understand why you're so mad about Expedition 33.
A lot of people
Like-
were.
It doesn't make sense. Like it was it wasn't for everyone, but it was a good fucking game. It did a good it did a good fucking job. Especially considering it's the studio's first fucking video game ever. And they smashed out of the fucking park. They did a great job for a debut title. Like they deserved that shit. You know, like granted, like you know, with the Game of the Year itself and the other categories they won in, were there other game titles in those categories that also deserved it? Absolutely, there were. You know, but at the same time, like it's one of those things with Expedition 33 of, yeah, other titles deserved it just as much as they did, but it was neck and neck. Both deserved to win, you know, or like in some cases, 3 or 4 of them deserved to win. That doesn't change. That doesn't mean Expedition 33 didn't deserve to win. It just meant other games also kind of deserved it, but hey, it was close.
Yeah.
You know, like it doesn't take away from those other games. You know, like you know, the only criticism I've heard that's been even close to almost understandable is like you said to me earlier as a joke, but I've heard people say it unironically, Echo, is people being like, oh, but they're French. And it's like, look, listen here. I fucking hate the French as much as the next God-fearing British man. Even I don't hold it against them at this point. Like they nailed it with that game. They did a great fucking job. even I can't hold the French part against them. Like, fair enough to them. You know, like they came out, they made a damn good video game, and frankly, they deserved what they got. They got good, they did good, they got good reviews, they got rewards. Like, there's nothing for anyone to be fucking mad about.
I mean, like I say with the game I've been playing recently, that space game,
That's is it Spaceborne, I think it's called.
Spaceborne or Spaceborne, something like that. It's Turkish title.
Yeah.
Again, it's Turkish title from a few years ago. I say, the graphic wise, it's not the greatest. There's plenty of prettier space games out there. I mean, technically, Starfield is a very pretty sci-fi game.
I mean, scenery wise, yeah, and character model wise, fucking no, everyone looks like Play-Doh monsters, but that's Bethesda.
But again, though, like gameplay wise, the combat is fairly decent and smooth. The space flight is a full 3D combat system.
Yeah.
And now that's the control system is fairly decent, and even like the interplanetary trade system, which you're going to have a look at someday, looks fairly robust and usable.
Yeah.
You know, I've got no major complaints about it. The game's like £9.
Yeah, like job done. You know, like
I mean, yeah, it was
like realistically, that's the only complaint I have about Expedition 33 is it's fucking expensive.
Yeah.
You know,
again,
like out even that though doesn't mean it shouldn't get the Game Awards that it got.
we correct. Undertale got the Game Award of the Year. Now it's a freaking 8-bit, 16-bit game.
Yeah, and it's like $5.99. You know, like
Yeah.
price and graphics realistically don't matter for Game of the Year. It's you know, it's the experience of, is this a good game to play? Is it fun? Is it engaging? Does it have a reason for me to be here? You know, and like with Expedition 33, like from what I've heard, yes, it does. You know, it's a little pricey, you know, but you know, and again, it looks good, you know, but also it's not just a pretty fucking face. It's got some substance there.
I mean, for
You
me,
know, so fair play to them.
when I judge games, right, graphics are the last thing on the list I judge. Right?
For me, it's a 50-50. Like if the graphics are so god awful, it genuinely fucking physically pains me to look at that game. Yeah, it's losing points.
Yeah.
You know, but it's if it's like like a lower quality graphics like game, but like it works, then like yeah, fine. Like Minecraft.
Yeah.
Minecraft's an ugly fucking game. Let's be honest, right?
Yes, it is. It's
Fucking 8. It's 8.5-bit, right? Let's be fucking honest here. But it's fun. You know, it pulls off that art style quite well. You know, its gameplay's, you know, at least for me, it's engaging, it's entertaining. Like, you know, it ticks enough boxes for me to go, the graphics don't matter.
I mean, my bang thing that is like 7 Days to Die. Right?
Yeah.
Graphically, it's alright.
Yeah, like it has its moments where you go, fuck, that's pretty, and then the rest of the time it's like, it's
It's slightly. Way I would say it is, it's a slightly better rendering than Minecraft is. In some places,
yeah.
instead of using,
In a lot of places.
instead of using squares for terrain marking, to use fucking diamonds.
Yeah,
Right?
diamonds and voxels, and I hate it. But
Right, but as I said, the build system on it works okay. You know,
Yeah.
the combat system is decent. The upgrade system, crafting system, is fairly good. My main issue with that game, as always it has been with that game, is I like games with, especially like survival games like that. I want a somewhat of a story to run through, at least once, and like some decent lore in the game. And that game doesn't have anything like that in it.
yeah, see, for me, I prefer like my survival games similar to how 7 Days to Die did it. Of like, just give me an open world to fuck around in. You know, like with this apocalypse going on, and give me characters to interact with, that have purposes. You know, like give me traders and or mercenaries. Like have them give me quests. Like you know, like maybe, like I don't mind, but like give me like factions to interact with, and like something like a Walking Dead game. You know, where it's like there's a group of survivors over there, and it's like I can go over and be friendly and like trade and do my thing, or I can be a fucking arsehole, shoot 10 of them dead, steal half their shit, and fucking go build a house.
Yeah, now,
Like,
according to the dev team, they're working towards doing that with 7 Days to Die. Now, if
yeah,
they
which
pull that
like,
off, that would be,
if they pulled it off, fuck, I'll probably buy it.
You know, I would
Yeah,
like
like
that's one of my top tier games.
yeah, you know, like 'cause that's something I think the survival like genre is sorely missing is a survival game similar to like survival media. Again, like
Yeah.
shows like The Walking Dead and shit, where you have the like it's essentially like characters that don't know what the fuck they're doing, bumbling about, trying to make it work, and factions are cropping up, and you know they're building factions, and you know a little evolving little world.
That
You know, like
I play the shit out of that game. That sounds like
yeah,
a game.
like the closest game like that I'm aware of to what I'm talking about in the survival industry or survival genre, sorry, is RimWorld. You know, like
Fallout 76.
huh?
Yes, technically Fallout 76 takes that kind of bracket.
Hey, gamer, never utter those words in my presence again. No, the fuck it doesn't. Nothing about nothing about Fallout 76 is what I just said. It tried and it fucked it up at every conceivable step of the way.
It did, yes.
Because none of the factionary decisions in the game affect fucking anything.
Yeah.
They affect less than fuck all.
Like I say, in the space game I'm playing now, right, it does have like that what's called like the standard run where you play through a storyline.
Yeah.
But it also has what's called sandbox mode, where you can just go about and just pick up random like bounty quests or quests in general, trade contracts.
Yeah, exactly.
And like interact with the factions which are at war with each other, and you can intervene in those war factions as you please.
Yeah.
That, which I think is a good like happy ground between the two sides of the game. I personally prefer games that are more story driven.
Yeah.
Good lore behind it. Where other people might feel like I like the more sandboxy thing where I can do what I goddamn please. I am God here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like essentially the space game you're talking about, it's effectively Mount and Blade in space. You know, like Loki, I think you'd actually really dig, like, especially like Mount and Blade 2, like Bannerlord. It's that nice middle ground if you play it on story mode of like you have like this, even in the sandbox mode, you've got like all this lore you can dig into.
Yeah.
You know, and like there's like a quest line to follow, but like gameplay wise, it's similar to Spaceborne. Of you know, like you can do what the game wants you to do, and like you know, like join a faction and be like a lord, or
you can just kind of fuck off and do your own thing, right?
Yeah, you can become a traveling merchant, or you can spend 85 consecutive hours doing nothing but blacksmithing for 6 in-game years.
I put the name
Because it makes an ungodly amount of money. Yes, I did that.
Of course you did. Fucking
put the name in the chat.
fucking a money whore.
I don't know how to pronounce this fucking thing.
Scotty, you're a fucking money whore.
Put it somewhere else. I'll fucking say it. Like, where is it?
Put it in Gen.
You put it in Gen. Let me have a look.
This is the second version of this game, part 2 of this game, which is a decent upgrade.
Yeah, Spaceborne.
Spaceborne is it?
Yeah, it's Space. Yeah, it's Born. You like the meme or like the TV show, like Dear God, it's Jason Bourne.
Right.
It's the same thing. It's the same spelling of the word Born.
Yeah, I say the do have a second game which was released, I think last year, which is a major upgrade to the first game because I played like 10 minutes of it to give us the feel of it. Because it introduced ground combat to this one and the graphics are upgraded. It's still asset flipped to fuck. I would admit that. I say one thing about the game is I wish they had was a better variety of ships in the game.
Yeah.
Which is slightly lacking, but again, it's still enough there to keep you relatively
keep you entertained.
Yeah. Modules you got to fill new ships and stuff like that to change how your ship works.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh.
I don't know what number 2 is like yet, because I've only played 10 minutes to make sure the game worked and get a rough feel of it. But like I say, the first game it's got to be fairly decently hooked into its story.
Yeah.
And that. I mean, I got Resident Evil 4, the new one. Right? And I have more trouble fighting its graphics than I have anything else.
Yeah.
And according to the system, my computer's way overpowered for the damn game. And yet I'm still fighting graphic issues.
You sound like Jane's been having a great she's like I don't know if you guys know this, but Jaden has a really beefy PC. Like he recently upgraded his, and he's been having an issue where he goes from 200 frames a second to 0 frames a second, and that happens every 5 seconds.
Yeah. I mean, give you an idea, right? This is the recommended for Resident Evil 4. Right? It is AMD Ryzen 5 3600, which is what I've got. Right, 16 gigs of RAM. I've got double that. Right, and NVIDIA GeForce 1070, mine's a 360. A DirectX version 12, blah blah blah, the usual stuff. Right, and I say I've got my monitor is also way above what suggests I use for a monitor. Right, because the maximum the card that I should be using this is an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 2070. Again, I'm way above that in spec level. Yet
I like your funny numbers, Magic Man.
Yet I am still fighting graphics issues on this game to the point where it can store my gameplay
Oh.
while I'm trying to play it. And like I said, my system is way overpowered to run this game. And that. I think one of the weird games we played was like that Shadow of Doubt. Where graphic wise,
I do love that game so much.
I've never heard of that game.
It's basically an open world like sandbox detective them up. Where like basically there's like an AI. It works kind of similar to Left 4 Dead 2.
Detective them up.
Yeah,
it's similar to Left 4 Dead 2 in that like the game's basically running with like a little AI in the background that will randomly take control of a citizen and turn them into a serial killer.
What?
And it's your job to solve the murders. It's really fun.
That sounds really fun. Can we play that sometime on stream?
It's
Like how much?
It's only single player right now.
Oh,
But, low key, like Echo, go check it out because it is really genuinely fun.
what we can do is, like, say I can stream on my end when we play it. And say we can try and do a cloud of like detective.
yeah. It's like who do we think is the killer?
Like I say,
like,
one
it-
case we generally played,
The game is so much fun.
right? We only found out the killer was because decided to do a second murder in the same spot.
Yeah, it's like literally the case we were doing. It was like a sniper assassin case. And it's like so they shot the first guy, and we get the case right. Go up there, fucking search place for clues and everything. There's like nothing tying anyone to the scene other than the victim, right?
Yeah.
Like other than the fact that the victim was fucking shot. And like I did some CSI ballistic bullshit and went, right, well, he was on that roof, went to that roof, no fucking evidence, right? Fucking a couple hours later, like fucking real world time, right? Same sniper shoots another dude, same spot. So I go over, I see the like victim on the ground, and I'm like, that's the same spot. Look, the bullet hole's in like a similar spot. I'm like, it's the same fucking roof. Like I was right. Go up to the roof, sure as shit there on the floor, there's a single shell casing they've left behind. Scan the shell casing with the fucking fingerprint scanner. Bing! There's their fingerprint. Go to the city hall, check the fucking public records. There is one
Mighty
person in
team,
the city
welcome back
with
to the
that
channel.
fingerprint profile. Boom! Got you, bitch.
I mean,
Oh,
if-
nice.
Fucking got your ass.
I'll show you this thing for the graphic wise versus gameplay.
Right, graphically, it's dog shit, but it's like charmingly dog shit, if that
Yeah.
makes sense.
It's like
It's got like that charm. Yeah. You know, it's got like that little bit of charm to its scuff. It's a beautiful game.
That's the graphics. That's like high resolution graphics on there at the moment for it.
Let me pop in real quick to see. Oh, hello. It doesn't seem that bad.
Hang on, which is
I say, wait till you see like what the like people look like in this game, because some of them are fucking interesting. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, it's Minecraft.
Yeah, it's like kind of voxel-arty. Like low key though, it's a really fun game.
Yeah.
It's
Well-
such a genuinely one of my fucking all-time favorite games of the last like decade or so. It's so good.
Yeah, but I said this taxed my system quite heavily because the AI in the background runs a lot of power with this because like
Low key, no, it doesn't. It's not anymore. Like I was playing I was playing I think like last week, and like I had the task manager running in the background, keeping an eye on it, and like I think the highest number I saw was your RAM, which was set at like 72%.
now the thing,
Like Loki, they've sorted it out to like take up way less resources than it used to, and still work like a fucking charm.
This
It's
which they
beautiful.
did with it was they implanted the psychological profiles and mannerisms of 30 actual American serial killers into the
Yes.
system to give it an extra boost of criminality.
So like the AI could like recreate like commit murders more realistically.
Yeah.
Like for the time period there, like the AI had gained a preference to own like pretty much exclusively doing sniper assassins and stalker cases. So like they basically like implanted a bunch of like real world case files into the AI's algorithm, so like basically to give it a wider pool to pull from, like inspiration from, so it could do more realistic murders and not just stick to those two basics.
Yeah, you now got terrorism, you've got cult ideology in here.
Yep. You've got religious murders and shit. Like it's like in like every like few months they add a new update that adds like 100 new fucking murder motives, and it's like, oh hell yeah, this is so cool.
And the background algorithm is based on actual crimes to put in.
Yes.
How the crimes were took out and how the methodology of the crime was done. And to solve some of the crimes, you've got to like find out your trace bullet line, trajectory lines, to get to a rough location of where the shooting came from, or angles of blood splatter. You've got to try and work out for like how they were shot.
Yeah, it's like were they shot from like this side of the because there's a case I'm on at the minute, like in the game.
Yeah.
Where like it's like there's only two possibilities. It's either the killer is a sniper or like a close range shotgunner. Because like the ballistics are a little funky in the game, where it's like shotguns and rifles use the same ammo. Because fuck you.
Yeah.
What? Excuse me? Huh?
Yeah, don't worry about it. And it's so it's like I'm sat there and it's like, okay, so option A, right, is that this is a sniper case. And like these victims have been shot from that building, through the window, in the head, dead. Right? The problem is there's one bullet hole, and it's in the fucking window. There's no exit like hole at the in any of the walls. The problem, however, is the blood spatter doesn't spatter towards the window; it spatters towards the wall. So it's like some of the evidence says sniper, but some of the evidence says shotgunner. Because like the blood splatter's going one way, but the bodies are falling another way. There's not an exit bullet. I've checked the building. I've checked every fucking bit where I think a sniper would have hit that shot from. There's no evidence of it being a fucking sniper.
Could it be that two shots were fired?
Huh?
Could it be that two shots were fired? Like
no, because again, there'd still be like that ballistic evidence of like like if it was like a high powered sniper rifle, bullet coming through a window into the victim, at the victim, into a wall or into the floor or something. But there's not that second hole. I swear to God, the game of Loki kind of gaslights you a little bit with like the evidence sometimes.
Do tell me once you finish that case, because I am really curious to see like what's been done.
Oh, there's one case
that's the thing with the cases. I'm convinced I know like who the killer is. I've gone through like both victims' like entire lives at this point, like to find some overlap. The only overlaps between these two victims, like in the case I'm doing, is overlap one is both of them were being stalked by a woman, right? It appears to be the same woman. And overlap number two is they both had the same fucking landlord.
It was the landlord. They didn't pay their rent.
I'm convinced it was the landlord. Because I've not like tracked down the landlord and like looked into them yet. But I swear to God, if I go to the city hall and check the public records and said fucking landlord is an average height blonde woman, I'm gonna piss myself laughing. Because that means the landlord was stalking them and killed them.
Look at that one case we've done. I think we've done a stream where we went through the whole case of this woman being killed. Right, we had affairs, embezzlement, general threats, and it was random serial killer.
Yeah, it was like there was so many like red herring things to like point you towards all these other dudes. Like, I think it was him, like because they all had motive, and it was like no, it was just fucking Jack the Ripper over here. It was just this dude who had no fucking connection to them whatsoever, had a mental breakdown, and stabbed her 27 times in the chest with a spork.
Wait, was it actually with the spork?
No, it was no. I'm being hyperbolic, but like. Yeah, it's like sometimes the game will fuck with you like that, and it's really fun. And other times you have the most bog standard case where it's like, yeah, it was the husband. It was the fucking husband.
It's always
He's been having an affair for 6 months, and she found out yesterday. It was the husband. And then once in a while, like you just get a Zodiac killer comes along to fuck with you for 6 real world months.
So you're just down again. And you say you don't have to solve the murder. You also got other cases around you can pick up, like, I think my husband's cheating. Go and take some pictures of it.
Yeah, or like I've lost my house keys somewhere in this fucking four block radius. Yeah, like it's a lot of fun. It's a really good game. I love
And
fucking Shadow of Doubt.
What I actually left the game is the cops hate your ass.
Yeah, no, the cops fucking hate you. Because like you're like the plot of the game is you're a retired police detective who like basically is now freelance detecting. Unfortunately, because you're the freelance detective, you have like none of the authority of a police officer outside of you're allowed to arrest people. Meaning, so you can't get search warrants to force you into people's homes. You have to break into people's homes to investigate them. Meaning, you have to either figure out their schedule and break in when they're not home, or break in at like 2 a.m. and punch them in the head while they sleep so they're knocked out.
Yeah.
And then raid their house. Meaning, you're committing like serious felonies every day, multiple times a day, to figure out who killed Susan.
You got to go break into the police station to run fingerprint checks or the hospital, isn't it? You got to break into.
No, you don't have to break into hospital. But that one comes down to RNG, realistically, of like sometimes you have to break into the office if you got like a bad like City Hall spawn.
Yeah.
Other times it's like you don't have to break in because like there'll just be a computer with access to that just there. You still have to hack said computer the first time round.
Yeah.
So you're still committing a felony act, but fucking.
You think you end up with shit out of the police themselves or a random gang that has nothing to do with your case, just they happen to be there.
Yeah, like sometimes you just straight up get jumped by like fucking like just muggers, and it's like fuck. They stole my rent money. Fuck.
And one thing I do like about the game is, like, say, every time you start a new save file and you load new game in, it completely resets the city and regenerates a new city with new sets of, like, how many people live in there, gender.
Actually, no, that's optional.
Is it optional now? Is it?
That's it's always been optional. There's I think 5 now preset cities you can do. Or you can generate your own city for like a new playthrough.
Because they can dictate the size of the city as well.
Yeah, it then automatically if you generate a city for a playthrough, it then automatically saves that city as like to your preset list, so you can just play the same city over and over if you want to. Or you can generate a new city if you do a new playthrough, or like it's really quite cool. It's a really neat little game.
Yeah,
it sounds like a neat little game.
It wasn't expensive. That was like 25 quid for it.
I think it's about 25 quid retail, but it's like frequently on sale for about 12.
Yeah, I'll go check the Steam library, see what's currently sitting at.
I said it'll be. Let me pull it up because I don't own it on my Steam account. I own it on yours. So let me pull it up and then I can actually see the current retail. Is that a tenner?
It's a tenner.
So is that retail or like on sale?
It's on 50% off at the moment.
So it's about 20 quid.
And if you want to get the soundtrack, it's 13 quid.
That's not bad actually. Yeah, Shadows of Doubt. Yeah, it's $9.99 right now. It's $19.99 usually. And it's like I genuinely I think it was made by about 5 people. I think the dev team's about 5 dudes.
It was made by Fire Shrine Games, which is a very small company.
Yes, I think in fact it was published by Fire Shine, but it was made by Cole Powered.
Yeah, and Cole Powered.
Because they 2
games on this list.
Yeah, they've made Shadows of Doubt, and before that they made a game called Concrete Jungle.
Yeah,
which I think is it's SimCity. It's knockoff SimCity. Like I said, it's genuinely easily one of, if not the best indie game I've ever played.
Yeah, it's definitely. They say I'm not the biggest fan of the type of games, but even then, I say the thing of the game is a fairly good game.
I mean, it looks like a really fun game. Yeah.
Oh yeah, like it's the type of detective game I've been looking for since I was like 10. Of just like give me a murder, like you play like the CSI games. It's just like hidden object games.
Oh yeah, I used to play those a lot when I was a kid.
Like, I fucking hate those games. Like I've always loved shows like CSI and Criminal Minds and shit. And like Murder She Wrote. It's like I've always wanted a video game for like Murder She Wrote or something where I play as Jessica Fletcher. And it's like happenstance occurs, a murder happens, and I have to figure it the fuck out by like collecting evidence and like manually connecting the dots. Whereas like every time you get a game like that, Like most of the time, it's like a hidden objects game where it just holds your hand the whole fucking way.
Yeah,
Like you're not solving deck, you're just fucking doing a jigsaw puzzle.
I always have.
Whereas, like, with Shadows of Doubt, it's like you're actually
remember-
solving a murder. You're
I remember
actually
when I was-
doing it.
I remember I was little. I had like found like this like Criminal Minds game on the App Store, and I got really excited.
I know
I
the
got really
exact
excited.
Criminal Minds game you're
Yeah.
talking about.
I got really
Yeah.
excited, and then it was a hidden objects thing. I was like,
Yeah.
"Fuck!"
Yeah,
You
the
lied
thing
to
is,
me!
I know exactly which game you're talking about because I got hit with the same shit, and it was in the middle of me, like in my fucking hyperfixation on Criminal Minds as a teenager. Like, yeah, I know the exact one you're talking about.
Even though I play a lot of detective games, but it's like it pulls your hand through the whole fucking lot.
Yeah, yeah. And then, like on a flip side, you get like a lot of like the Sherlock Holmes games, where they do the exact opposite, but way the fuck too far. You know, where it's like it's like 6 and over, but it's wanting you to like solve the fucking Enigma code for the first puzzle of the fucking game to unlock a suitcase to be told there's been a murder. Fucking right now, there is at least one person that knows exactly what Sherlock Holmes game I'm talking about right now. Like, I guarantee there's one motherfucker on this planet that knows what game I'm talking about. It's that one Sherlock Holmes game on the Xbox 360 that just fucking sucked all of the deck.
But I do know what you're about.
Yeah, it's Sherlock Holmes versus Jack the Ripper. It's the single worst detective game ever fucking made.
Yeah, I know exactly which game you're about as well, which is disturbing sometimes.
Yeah, like I know you do because I just told you it's Sherlock Holmes versus Jack the Ripper, and I fucking hate it. Literally,
Yeah, I've played it.
Echo, quite literally in that game, the first puzzle is you have to solve an Enigma code to get the fucking passcode to a briefcase to be told that there's a murder.
The fuck? Why?
And the thing that's bullshit about it, right, is because the devs thought they were funny, is the game randomly generates what the code is for the briefcase every time you start a new playthrough.
Oh no!
the
Fuck
thing-
off with that shit.
And the thing that makes it even more bullshit, right? Because again, the game devs think they're funny. Is like, keep in mind, this is the tutorial to the game. It's a tutorial tells you to try and pick the lock to this fucking briefcase, right?
Yeah.
So you click the briefcase, right? Pull it up, attempt to pick the lock. The game is hard programmed so that you cannot unlock the case without at least attempting the fucking the Enigma code. Like fucking 40 minutes later into the game.
That's fucking
So
bullshit.
you can imagine my frustration at fucking like 12 years old, wasting 6 hours of my fucking life trying to pick a virtual lock on a virtual briefcase that is programmed to be unpickable until I solve this puzzle that gives me the code and in the first place as its answer.
Yeah. I'd be pissed off.
Yeah, I wasted 6 hours trying to do that puzzle, Googled it, learned that information, ejected the disc from my Xbox 360, and then ejected the disc out of my window at high fucking speed.
It's almost bad when you played Black Ops 7 the other day.
I'm not going to talk about that. That
Well,
genuinely-
I gotta know
that
now what
upset
happened.
me. No, look, I installed Black Ops 7 because, like, you know, I bought Game Pass, you know, so like I installed it. I was like, fuck it, I'll give it a go. I was
Yeah.
thoroughly upset from start to finish.
Why?
It's fucking god awful. Like I agree with every single review I've read. It is the single worst Call of Duty title we've ever had. Like Echo, let me put you this way: Black Ops 7, right? The new Black Ops. This is the first time since I was a teenager I've booted up a Call of Duty game and made the conscious decision to not touch the multiplayer because the single player was that fucking bad.
What was the first one? What was the?
What was you mean? Like, what was the last game that I did that with? That
Yeah,
would have
what was
been
the last game?
that would have been Call of Duty Ghosts. And even then, I liked Call of Duty Ghosts single player. I just wasn't a big multiplayer gamer back then.
That's fair.
Like Echo. Let me ask you. I want you to guess. How many missions into the campaign do you think I got?
Less than one.
I was No. I was halfway through the second mission of the campaign.
With Black Ops 7?
Yeah.
Okay, so what did you in then? What pissed you off so badly?
Yeah, like the plot. I like.
What is the
Partially,
plot? What is the plot to Black Ops 7?
I'm not going to tell you the full plot because I don't know. But I'll tell you like where I drew the line with the plot. I drew the line when I was in the middle of a magic machete fight with a ghost of Raul Menendez. That's when I drew the line with the plot of the fucking game.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not
Excuse
kidding.
me?
I'm not kidding. Not fucking kidding. Right? I drew the line gameplay wise about the same fucking point in time. I drew the line casting wise when I found like when it clicked in my head that fucking the guy that plays Daryl's brother in The Walking Dead is for some reason playing Harper.
You mean the guy who played Merle?
Yes, Myrtle, thank you. That's been bugging me for 6 fucking days. Right, the guy that plays Myrtle is playing Harper for some ungodly reason.
Hmm.
Also, despite the fact the only ending of Black Ops 2 where Harper is alive sees Harper with half his fucking face burnt. Harper magically doesn't have a burn scar on half his face in this game. So none of Black Ops 2's endings are canon, actually. Because fuck you, that's why. Like, But the thing that really fucked me off of that game, right? I was in the middle of the first mission of the campaign, right?
Yeah.
I was in the middle of it, right? And like the dog caught the controller on my cable, right? The cable on my controller, sorry, right? So the cable came loose. So my controller disconnected, right? So but because of how the campaign works in like Black Ops 7, right? It's like it's not a single player campaign. It's a co-op campaign.
What? Huh?
Yeah, the campaign's co-op. You can play it single player, however. Unfortunately, even if you're playing it single player, though, it still connects you to the multiplayer server.
I fucking hate that.
So if you try and pause the game, or say your controller disconnects,
it
the
doesn't
pause
pause.
menu comes up. Yeah, the pause menu comes up. The mission's still playing in the background though, because you're on a multiplayer server, so it can't pause. So my controller disconnected, and I was shot by like 100 fucking people because I was in the middle of a gunfight and I couldn't fucking move. I couldn't shoot back because my controller disconnected and the pause menu came up, but it didn't pause the game.
That's one point you got pissed off at was like the fighting zombies, not zombies.
Yeah, like did you play Black Ops 6, Echo?
No, I haven't. I don't.
Right, are you aware of the plot of Black Ops 6?
No, because I haven't played.
All right, fuck. Right, here's what we're gonna do.
I've never played a Black Ops game. The only time I ever did touch Black Ops was for because when I was little, one of my friends would bring it over and we'd like fuck around in multiplayer all night, or to do zombies. I've never been able to actually play the campaign.
Right. Well, let me sum up. Right. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give you the quick fire plot to Black Ops 6. Right, last year's game. Right. And then I'm gonna let you guess at Black Ops 7's plot, okay? So Black Ops 6 is set during the Cold War, right? And basically, right, there's a terrorist group that have stolen a bioweapon from the American government called the Cradle. The Cradle is a bioweapon that's got a lot of LSD in it that was developed by the CIA that basically makes you hallucinate and have roid rage at the same time, and these hallucinations cause you to basically view everyone around you as undead horror monsters.
All right.
Right, now go ahead and have a guess at what the plot to Black Ops 7 is.
Paranormal spooky shit, because you did say you were in a machete fight with a. So I'm gonna.
No, the plot to Black Ops 7, right, is basically the Guild, who were important in Black Ops 6, but not important enough for me to care about. The Guild have basically taken over the followers of Raul Menendez by building an AI chatbot pretending to be Raul Menendez, and have developed a bioweapon that makes you hallucinate like evil horror monsters and have roid rage at the same time as each other, and are planning on dispersing this bioweapon in a massive terrorist attack, and it's your job to stop them. Yeah, the plot to Black Ops 7 is literally the same plot as last year, but Raul Menendez is here and both an AI and a ghost at the same time. Because your character Alex Mason has crippling PTSD, and yet somehow said PTSD flew under the fucking radar when he did his military mental health screening. Despite the fact that the CIA, who he works for, knows he has PTSD because it's literally their fault he has PTSD because his father and God uncle technically were killed in front of him when he was 9 by Raul Menendez. Which was their fault. Because they leaked the fucking information to Raul Menendez of who his father was and that his father was spying on him. Despite the CIA having it on record, they never thought he'd have PTSD and allowed him to work for the CIA, actively chasing Raul Menendez, the guy that killed his father in front of him. So in Black Ops 7, when he's exposed to not the Cradle, he starts hallucinating Raul Menendez, partially because of the PTSD, but also because the Guild have built an AI chatbot to impersonate fucking Raul Menendez.
Yeah. All right.
This is the thing. I can tolerate some fucking lazy game design, but when you are Control-C, Control-Ving the plot from last year to this year, I'm gonna be fucking annoyed about it.
I know
you can't take last year's you can't take last year's plot and slap AI onto it and go job done. You can't just glue AI into a zombie plot and go, yeah, that'll do. Like, fuck off.
Well, that's what they did. And like I say, I was sitting there playing a Spaceborne game. I just heard profanities in the background.
Yeah. Like you can attest. How many times in the opening fucking cutscene did I pause to be like, "What the fuck? Why are they doing it this way? Why is this the plot?"
Why were you counting, Fat Man G?
Because he paused and he was going a rant. It was like 9 times in like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And the reason why I know it's 5 minutes because I was in the middle of doing a space combat, which was timed at 5 minutes.
Yeah. So yeah, Black Ops 7's a piece of shit. Don't fucking buy it. It's not worth your time or money.
Let's say I thought some of the reviews was hyperbolic, to be honest.
Yeah, no, they're. But I mean, that's the thing. Like, if I'd read a review that said mission, the ending of mission 1 of this game, you have a magic machete fight with the ghost of Raul Menendez, I would have called bullshit on that review. And you know, at the same time though, I fucking wish I'd read a review mentioning that, so I would have had the time to mentally prepare myself for that possibility. Sadly, not a single fucking review I read mentioned the magic machete fight. Like fucking no, like Fat Man T, real quick, go fucking pull it up. Actually, pull up footage of the boss fight I'm on about, Fat Man T, would you? Like, go into YouTube and just type in Black Ops 7 Raul Menendez machete fight, and it'll pull it up. In fact, no, fuck it. No, but I've got Google open. I got you. Yeah, fucking here it is.
Yeah, I found a worse one.
Is it the one where you fight Harper later in the game? Yeah. I know. Like, fucking, I'm just waiting for the fucking ads to clear here. Right, fucking.
I'm saving my build. I was fucking with the build on Crossout while I was talking with you guys. I gotta make sure it's saved.
You're fine. Right, I'm pulling it up on my side. Like, I'm not gonna risk fucking showing this to the viewers at home because I don't know what the audio is in this video. Right. So just for like Echo's benefit, right, to see this, okay?
All right.
Are you prepared for what you're gonna witness here? Yeah.
All right.
Are you fucking sure?
I guess, yeah, let's do it.
Keep in mind for context, right? That's your character, Alex Mason. He's currently high off his tits on a bioweapon.
All right.
Just for context, okay?
Think we're clear.
Is that me you want?
I don't believe in ghosts.
No need to. But to seek me out. I am right here.
Incidentally, just like that's not that audio is not Discord having a stroke. That's how that sounds in the game.
Yeah, I figured as such.
Just wanted to put that out there for you.
With you, your suffering only brought us closer together.
Fuck you.
Now you suffer with me.
Yes, this music does play for the entire boss fight.
Time to fight.
Yeah, see, there's the demon monsters I was on about.
Why is he dying?
It's a park.
Oh, it's Superman now.
They're
Effectively.
perks and fucking single
Yes,
player?
yes, but that's been a thing for a few years now, actually. Right, there's the magic machetes flying down from the ground. Right. Oh, you're laughing. Just fucking wait. Just fucking wait. Just fucking wait. Because you're not ready.
What is this? What?
Strike machete.
Yeah. So his special, the boss fight special ability during the boss fight is he will throw magic machetes out of the sky at you. Right? In like a series of about 5. Right? You dodge those. One of them will randomly drop the ability for you to call in a singular machete in retaliation from the sky. Hence why I called it a magic machete boss fight.
I thought it was like a machete tool, not.
No.
I don't
No.
want to. I'm gonna go back to building across. I don't want to look at that shit anymore.
Yep. I finished this boss fight and went, yep, this can get the fuck off my hard drive now. Like, it was so stupid. Fucking,
Sounds like it was really stupid.
Anyway,
Anyway,
we've been going for about 4 hours. And my
Yeah.
throat hurts.
3 hours 42 minutes. Hello.
Hello. Being very
Both my units bouncing on up and down. At the
What?
moment, both my units bouncing on up and down. At the moment,
What is it?
my internet.
his internet is bouncing up and down.
Oh,
My Discord ping hit 5,000 and OBS is disconnecting and reconnecting for the past 5 minutes.
Oh, fuck.
God.
So just think about time, how long we've been streaming for, and like, I need food. And it's been bouncing or not.
Nah, well, before it bounces too much further, you do your line, and then I'll do my line. We can get the fuck out of here.
Then I'll do my line. Yeah.
Good night, good luck.
Yes, thank you for joining us, and we'll catch you all on the next one.
Have a good one, y'all.
Sunday for episode 12 of D&D.
Yes.
Where our intrepid adventurers are gonna get butt fucked by